Zoom, zoom.
I'm trying to stay symmetrical here. I got.
Yeah, I know you got the little crow going.
I've got wings
see, there
in the
it is.
back.
There it is. It's like.
Yeah.
Zoom.
I've got manly wings in the back.
Manly.
Man wings.
Man wings.
Hey, no, I look good with the long hair. Okay, I got confidence in this look, but
Absolutely great.
All right.
but
And we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Curbside Podcast presents Dice Hard with a Vengeance. We are in for an interesting night, to say the least. So, before we get started, as always, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to the YouTube channel, tap the little bell so you always get the uploads. And thank you everyone who will be joining us or has joined us here on Twitch, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live. Thank you all for your support. And with that, we'll start with the oath. I, Neramos Torin, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo. Lady V.
I, Barry Tarania, do solemnly swear to not be a murderer.
Natil.
I, Natil, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo.
Taruk. Charmander or die.
Squirtle Squad is not amused.
God,
Oh, I know.
I missed the Pokemon boat. Sorry, kids.
Mr. DM, take it away.
I'm gonna kill Taruk.
Whoa.
Hey, at least he didn't
That
say
was coming.
Bulbasaur.
Welcome back to Thrandia, and where we last left off, the party had finally made its way into Black Bog Swamp, seeking answers, hoping to find this provider, this magical being that the party found out about through Isla Starrag, Natil's sister. And we have started our adventure. And when we last left off, the party came across two Cyclops. And it was very close, but unfortunately the Cyclops did in fact find a couple, well, at least one of the party members hiding in the bushes while Taruk was trying to talk his way through the situation, and it sparked a confrontation. And that's where we're picking up this week immediately, rolling initiative into combat. So guys, if you would, roll me some initiative. And I got Metagas.
Okay.
It's cacked. That's a perfect way to. Ooh, nat 20. Way to go, Metagas.
Ah, when you go, Metagas.
My boy Metagast.
And the two Cyclops. Gert and Borg. Oh, okay. 12 and 11. All right.
Hi. Hello there. Hello, pretty puppy.
Okay. Let's do it this way. 20 and up.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Way to go, Torin.
Torin, what's your dex?
+1. So I rolled just a 19.
Tubby, or does he not beat the skeleton in plate mail?
Yeah, I'm going to say, Torin, you're quicker than Metagast.
Is it the iron armor and everything?
Just because I have muscles under my armor and he's just bone?
Yes.
Not wrong.
I mean, that's fair.
15 to 19. I got V at
15.
15.
16. Like it matters.
I'm guessing that it doesn't. There's nobody else. Okay, 10 to 14.
I got 11.
11. What's your dex, Taruk?
Dex is +2.
Okay, you are quicker than the Cyclops, so you will be going in between the two Cyclopses, actually.
Yeah. See, it's good. I love this +7 because I rolled a 4, And I was like, oh, 4. And I was like, oh, wait, I have +7 to my initiative.
It's a worthwhile feat, man, especially for, to get the heavy hitter to start earlier. Like, it's a good one. Where am I at? 5 to 9. We're on you. What do you got?
9.
9.
9. Hopefully that's the worst roll. If that's my lowest roll of the night.
I
hope so.
I think that's your lowest roll ever.
No, I've hit 9s before, so.
All right. What I am gonna say is before we start, just for narrative's sake, the Cyclops that's already been kind of pounding on Corrallos. He stepped on him and then swatted at him last week.
So that's a bully.
Swats him one more time and knocks Corrallos out of midair. Corrallos hits up against a tree off to the side and is knocked unconscious as he falls to the ground.
Jerk. That's not
Right,
nice. You don't beat up.
So
How do they land?
Hey,
That's size, you big Cyclops dummy. Sorry.
what did you say, V? Who needed me? Somebody said something.
Go ahead, V. You go first.
Where did he land? Like, who's he closest to? Corrales.
Just off to the side. Why?
In case it happens that, the Cyclops winds up walking towards him again. Just
No, I'm for narrative's sake. I'm getting George out of the way so he doesn't get,
squished.
Spoilers.
so he doesn't get squished while
I knocked
he's
him out
gone.
of the way, so we don't have to worry about Corrallos. He's not making death saves. He's just, for narrative's sake, he's unconscious. It's good for the storytelling. You guys don't go unconscious frequently enough for my liking, anyway.
Speak for your freaking self.
I'm with V on this one.
Hey, V, at least be happy. A Cyclops isn't going to try to eat you until after you're dead.
That's true.
I mean, that's fair.
Anyway.
I just got one question, Tim.
What you got, Tarek? Yeah.
All right. The Giants. You said last week that one of them helped the other one up, right? And the other one pulled himself up. So it was coming. So like that. I would assume it's a cliff edge, or is it?
It's kind of like I said, it's kind of like an embankment. It's not.
Okay.
I mean, you know that from looking at the size of these creatures, and they're about a good 20 feet tall. So obviously, there's a decent drop off behind them. It's not like it's at least a good 40 feet behind you guys.
Okay, got you. Okay, I just wanted to clear that up.
And just for the sake of painting a picture of you guys are kind of all kind of sparsely in this like shrubbery bushed off area. The two Cyclops are kind of staggered. They're a good like 15 feet apart from each other.
Okay.
So, but to get things rolling, Torin, you are up and Midagast will be on deck.
All right. Trying to see what I'm. See, I had a plan. All right, I'm going to since we're just throwing down, I'm going to attack the angrier, meaner one whose name escapes me right now.
Well, I didn't name him last week just for the sake of this. His name is Borg.
All right.
He's the angry Cyclops.
Well, I'm going to attack Borg.
All right.
So
Roll for your attacks, man.
Actually, hold on. Let me find my D8. That's kind of important. All right, let's try this again. First attack is a 17.
17 just hits.
Yes.
Yay.
All right.
Ouch.
Alright.
Oh yeah, they have armor on.
All right. So
Ah.
with
I was like, how did we have it hard to get the giant side?
so
Told you I was gonna make things a little tougher moving forward.
Oh great. Good time to do that when we don't have our healer. Thanks, man.
or
I know what I'm doing.
yeah, we're where.
Like,
So I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna attack with Chaos Star.
Okay.
4, 5. So that's 9 points for the first attack.
9 on the first one.
I assume he's not close enough to the bush to sneak attack him. He'll clearly see me coming out of it.
Yeah, but you don't get sneak attack anyway.
Hey, worth asking.
Yeah.
You know.
No, you're not a rogue, bruh.
I mean,
I think he means because of the Taruk thing. I think he was mixing that up with. No.
Well,
Are you
because-
talking about Taruk's ability?
No, I'm talking about the three of us because me, V, and Nat are still in the bushes.
Yeah.
So
That means yeah.
very well. So that's not what did I say? 9 points for the first one.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I got that.
So I'm gonna attack again.
You do that.
Nat 20.
Nice. By the way, I apologize. I said that it's 17, just barely 16 is the AC.
Very well.
But it's still barely. It's
So.
1.
So that will be
Not to misspeak.
6. So that's 12.
12 and 9. All right.
Nice.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
Not this turn.
All right. Well, as you take your 2 swipes, both of them finding purchase. Bam! And the second one a little harder than the first one. Bam! With a Chaos Star, and you definitely you put a little. He's a little scarred up on his leg.
Going, Torin.
Mitigas is up. V, you're on deck. So Mitigas, broken jaw and all.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, his
Jerk.
hit points, or point, carried over from last week. And he's going to take his attacks at the Cyclops. He is also going to, well, he's kind of in, you and Mitigas are kind of in between the two. But I'm going to say he's going to attack the one Torin's attacking. Oh, cool. Both of those hit. They just hit. 'Cause I rolled
Woo.
Nice. All right, Metagast, you get... that, okay. Total 16 points of damage from Metagast as he pulls Starblade out. So yeah, basically you see is the he pulls out Starblade and once again he goes right to work. He's trying.
Here you go, Madagascar.
All right, that's it for his turn. V, you're up, and then the higher pitched Cyclops is on deck.
All right.
You get
So.
advantage, V, because they're within 5 feet of me.
Woo!
They are not.
Are they?
Hold on.
Oh, they're not.
I was hidden before the battle started, and so I get sneak attack, right?
You certainly do.
Okay. I was like, let me just make sure of that. Okay.
Because
Quick question. I don't care which one I'm closer to. I don't think how far away am I from the closest one, I guess. I'm still up at 3.
You're closer to the higher pitched one, but you're like maybe you're about 15 feet away from the angry one.
Perfect.
They're both with their backs to you because they kind of walked around. So
Ooh,
You said
that's
that.
good. That's very
fine.
good.
They're 15 feet away from us.
That's perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, I want to attack the meat one. And, I'm going after Orc. And...
yeah,
we'll take
the
my-
angry one. I got you.
Angry? Yeah, I'm going to go after the angry one.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's Borg, B-O-R-G, but
Nice.
Orc.
Star Trek reference.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like... he is the board.
No.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw ball bearings. I'm going to throw 3 ball bearings at it. Nah. Like, just at it.
All right.
That is good. You remember when Ah, damn it. Oh, did I get advantage? Thanks. No, wait, I don't get advantage because we're in the range. Okay, so that's a 16. That's 16 plus 5.
Hit.
10 and that 20. Woo!
Yeah, those hit. Wait, what was the second
10
one?
doesn't hit. It's just
10. Oh, yeah, no. But
yeah.
so first and third.
20 and 15. And then I need two con saves.
Okay. Same Cyclops, or were you hitting one?
No, same con save. It was just 2 ball bearings and each had poison on.
Okay. So, first con save plus 5 is 21.
Damn it. Nope. Yeah, that passes.
Yeah. Plus 5 on the cons.
I mean, it's worth a try.
Oh, 12?
No.
The second when he fails.
So that was 2 hits, 1 poison fail, and the extra sneak damage.
Yeah.
That's 4d6.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, and double for the crit, right?
Yeah.
Woo, I remember the double for the crit.
Double the weapon damage, not the poison damage.
Yeah, no, just the weapon damage.
Yeah.
And the poison damage is basic, which is another d6.
Yeah.
Nothing. Oh, no, the poison damage is a d8. So that's, good God. That's
It's
the
a lot.
crit. That's the crit. That's the sneak attack.
Yeah, break it up.
Another hit. So that's 4 and a d8.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus, is that not confusing?
Dude, yeah. Just break it up.
Yep, okay. So 23. So it's 4d6 and 1d8. Yeah?
Well, like, you've got your damage for the ball bearing.
Yeah,
And
so
then-
damage to the ball bearing.
That's 1. Dude, the second one, your damage for the ball bearing times 2,
Right.
because it's crit.
And then...
Then do your sneak attack.
Which is another d6. And then...
Your sneak attack, because you crit, that's doubled.
Oh! I didn't know that. Okay, so that's another... 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, so that is another d6. Jesus, 27.
And now add your poison.
No, that's with the poison.
Well, that's with the poison.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how much was the total?
The total is 27.
27.
Yeah.
I still think that feels low.
No,
How much
they just
damage
roll.
does your ball bearings do?
It's just a martial art die, so it's d6.
Oh, that's gotcha.
Yeah, it's not. It's just
27. That's still pretty darn good.
It's still pretty good for one turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot.
It's
I'm hoping that's enough to get him to like turn away from the party and try to figure out what's behind him.
Math.
Yeah, I'm doing math now, this is not good, people. Okay. I'm a designer, not an engineer in real life. Okay.
Damn it.
Okay.
Okay, so question: how far away from me is Metagast? He's on the ground around them.
No, he's standing and he's in melee with the angry one.
With the angry one. Okay, so he's on the ground by the angry one. Okay,
Yeah.
so I am going to so he's not a crazy amount of distance with me. All right, I'm gonna get to the base of the tree. I want to get down the tree so that I'm not up in the trees.
Okay.
Just because if I turn around and start swinging, I don't want to get knocked out. So is that just acrobatics to get down? Like to climb down?
Are you still up in the tree? I thought you jumped down and hid in the bushes.
No. I don't think I ever left the trees.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just do an acrobatics check to get down the tree.
And I still want to stay hidden, but I can do stealth if you'd like me to.
I will.
As hidden as I can.
Stealth. We're gonna see if you need stealth. We'll see how the acrobatics roll.
Yeah, right. Nat 1, you fall on the...
You land on his head. You know, like.
21.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You're ninja.
Like a
Now, if you want to, I'll let you roll for your stealth.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay as hidden as possible. That's a naturally, it's 28.
Just
I'm a monk.
shadows and dust. You just
Imagination.
Imagination.
Murder.
All right. V, I think that was a pretty good turn.
That was my turn, and I'm done.
So Gert is up and Taruk is on deck. Gert's. You just slapped Corrales off to the side. So Gert is going to pull out his great club.
Gertenborg.
Yup. And he is going to one attack at Torin and one at Midagast. Torin, I think that misses. One moment. That's 15.
That misses.
Yeah. So the first, you basically a great club strike down towards you, and you catch it out the corner of your eye, and whoa! And you kind of roll off to the side. Boom!
Weave.
Yeah. As you feel the impact of the great club make a large indentation in the ground. Angry, he lifts up the club again and takes a swing at Midagast.
Oh no.
Oh, that hits.
No.
That's 21 to hit.
Ooh.
No.
Or 3d8. I don't know why I'm rolling, but there's a possibility that it could. Yeah, it's gonna go bad.
Uh-oh.
18 plus. That's 24 points of damage. What you see is he raises the great club from missing you and takes a swipe at Midagast. And you hear this very sickening thud. Crack. And basically all that's left are the two skeleton legs that are still in the ground.
Poor Midagast.
And everything else is gone as you just hear the clattering of bones and what was left of that armor shatter up against a tree off to the side. Clang, clang. Clang, 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 clang.
Well, we know he puts himself back together.
Hopefully.
But
Midagast just exploded.
But we
Give
need
himself back together after this?
We'll find out. But the thing is, oh Christ, I don't want those bones to get lost.
So Midagast, for all intents and purposes, is dead.
Oh, they're dead.
So Gert's done. Taruk, you're up. And Borg is on deck.
Scram
All
that board.
right, so Taruk seeing
That literally just happened right beside you. You felt like the rush of air, the club make impact, and you just see like the two. My anatomy's failing, but the two leg bones are like stuck, and you see the feet are still in the ground, but there's nothing else left.
Taruk. Okay, so Tim, Taruk seeing what happened with Midagast, he just looks at the bones on his feet there, looks over where Midagast flew, looks back at his feet, then up at the giant, and Taruk just feels just a surge come over to him, and he starts raging, but this rage is a little different. He starts biting his lip, and it kind of biting it too hard, and a little bit of blood starts coming.
There you go. Rage. You're raging.
And his hands start curling, and he just gets pissed.
Oh yeah, that's.
Take back his warhammer, and he's gonna cock back, and he's gonna swing right at the one that hit Midagast.
Yeah, this is the one that hasn't taken any damage.
All right. Nat 20, let's go, baby!
Yeah!
Yes!
Yeah.
Ah!
Ah! Let's go.
Oh.
And I got this with two hands.
That's
So
so
now that becomes versatile. All right, and that in reversal, it gives me a D10 on that one, which is you right here. All right, so that is plus All right, so 13, 8 plus 5, 13 plus 2, that's 15. And then we're doubling that, Tim, right, for crits? Or
double your damage die, not the rage on that.
Not the rage.
I think. No, yeah, double rage. Sorry, I just did it. Yeah, I remember at the beginning of the campaign I was working on that, on what I was gonna do for, like, you know, crits and stuff like that. Yeah, go ahead and add your rage to it.
Okay. So if we're doubling that, then wait, math.
That's how I DM.
So it was 13. Okay, without the 2 for rage. So 13, and then double that is
26.
Yeah, there you go. I'm slow at math. Sorry. All right, so 26 plus the 2 for rage is 28.
28 points of damage. Nice.
Yeah.
That's on hit number 1. So yeah, you find Purchase with the warhammer, bam, and you basically catch him, kind of, catch him with it, leading with his face, and you right across the jaw with the warhammer.
Nice. Now, my next attack.
Hit number 2. Go ahead and roll.
Still raging, and that is 8. That makes it 18.
That hits.
Okay. All right, and 10 there, and that is 9 points of or 11 total points of damage.
11 total. Nice.
You go to root.
Yeah, man. So this one you kind of aim closer to like the midsection, and poof, you actually do hear a what you believe is one of the Cyclops' ribs snap from that impact on that second one. Any bonus action was rage, and your 2 attacks. Anything else? I don't think you're gonna move.
Am I in between both of them?
Yeah, you're kind of in between the 2 of them. Yeah.
Nope. I'm gonna stay right there and just blindly, like I'm foaming from the mouth at this point.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Borg is up, and Nat, you're on deck. Let me see here. First attack, he's going to take at Torin. He is... Hold on. 25 to hit.
That hits.
That is... a little low. It's 10 plus... That's 16 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Torin. And he's going to turn around and look at where he got hit from behind and try to find the person who attacked him. So he's going to... his perception, which is crap... didn't roll bad, but perception is so bad.
I can't do my math right now.
And V, your stealth was 21, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, my stealth was 28.
28. Yeah, no. No, with a 17 and a very, very low modifier, has no clue who attacked him from behind. So, he's gonna spin back around and attack Torin for lack of better options.
I was hoping he'd be dumber.
Me too.
Well, he didn't see you. Oh, that's a +9 to hit. I was doing +6. My bad. Well, Torin, that's a dirty 20 to hit.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That hits.
Oh no.
Ooh.
20 points of bludgeoning damage on that second shot. So now, as now you're getting lit up with the great club.
Ow.
That is his turn, though. Nat, you're up. Torn, you're on deck.
Okay. So just for my own clarification, I'm still in hiding, correct?
Yeah. You're still hidden in the bushes.
So roughly about 30 feet.
Yeah. They're not far away.
Okay. Then armor. Are they like in full like leather armor, or what do we got?
No. Last week, one of them kind of like made makeshift armor and is covered with like tree bark. You can see makes up like gauntlets and pauldrons and stuff like that. The other one had, from what you could tell, like animal bits and monster parts. You could see how there was like giant tortoise shells that covered his shoulders, and there's definite swaths of like armored material from an armored type creature and hides. Like it's very makeshift and put together, but it actually does offer them a little more protection than your average Cyclops.
Fair enough. Okay. I'm actually going to take aim for my first shot and try to strike the
angry one.
What was that?
Or which one?
The one that just attacked Torin.
Oh, okay, gotcha. The higher pitched one. Gotcha.
Yeah, thank you. Yep.
Damn, I just realized why those rolls seem so low. I didn't add any +2s. I just did the dice rolls. That's why it was so low. Damn it, my bad.
Gotcha.
My bad.
Alright. I'm good to roll?
Yeah, you're attacking the higher pitch. The one that took out Metagas. I got you.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm like I said, I'm aiming specifically to try to disarm him from that club. Thank you.
Roll a disadvantage then. You're doing a called shot.
Okay.
Makes it a little tougher.
That's a feat, right? Called shot is a feat you can get.
Darn it! I'm trying to remember my.
Sorry,
I think it's not sharpshooter. Sharpshooter does cover. There is a feat I think that allows you to target limbs. I think. But anyway, what'd you get, Britt?
17.
17 just hits. So roll damage. I'll see if you do enough damage to warrant him dropping the club.
Okay. (1d8 plus 5), and that is 10.
10, nice. Okay, so the first hit, you do hit, and you hit Gert in the hand, and you do see he does drop the great club with the arrow embedded in his right hand.
Yes.
Nice.
Woo.
Okay.
And you got one more attack.
It's gonna be another aimed attack. I'm gonna try to aim for the leg, the one that's been already kind of taking up some damage. Try to maybe pierce out an artery, maybe even hit the back of the knee. Try to get the big guy down.
All right, you're pressing your luck. That's still a disadvantage.
I know. I'm pressing. I'm just giving.
I mean, in this instance, to keep him from hitting the rest of the party, it might be worth the risk. I'm just saying. Usually, I don't think it is, but if we're gonna keep him from targeting the rest of the party, well, I'm not gonna target you.
17.
17 just hits.
Okay.
So roll your damage.
Yeah, baby. All right. 8 plus 1d8 plus 5. Total of 8.
8. Got it. Basically, you don't get any real special action with that. But you get your damage as an arrow hits into the side of his, almost in the side of his knee.
Okay. Cool.
You still got your bonus and movement, depending if you want to do anything.
Okay. How far is the other one? Like, how far off is the other one from the main one?
They're both about 15 feet. I mean, you got to think they're Cyclops, so they're kind of spaced out, just by about 15 feet in between the two of them.
And yeah, so I was trying to think like how much space.
They have like pretty much like you guys are in a small little grove area, like they kind of have the real estate covered. They can pretty much hit who they want to in that area if they see them.
Okay. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay covered. Then I'm not gonna move anywhere.
Okay, then roll me, since you kind of show yourself to attack. Roll me for stealth to see if you can hide in the bushes again.
Okay. 21.
21.
Yep. Thank
Gotcha.
God for bad death.
Gotcha. I'll write that down.
That's all, folks.
All right, Torin, you are up, and no, Midagast is not up. Torin's up, and then V.
Oh, that hurts to hear out loud. All right. Well, I'm gonna attack Borg again.
Okay, so you're attacking the angry,
Yeah.
Mr. Angry Eyes.
Yes. He's within range of Taruk, correct?
Yes.
All right. Very well. Just had to
So
be
you
sure.
do have advantage on that.
Just be sure before I start rolling. You know. The first attack is a 21.
Well, that hits.
So I'm actually gonna do all three of my attacks just all at once. So I'm gonna attack again and then use action surge and then just roll everything together.
Go ahead. So you're using your action surge.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I do the same thing. I don't do like, all right, I'm gonna throw a ball bearing, damage. I'm gonna throw a ball bearing, damage. Like,
Right.
All at the same time.
That's a 19. So
19?
second attack is a crit.
Yes.
Because I get improved crit.
Yep.
And
So first one's a hit, second one's a crit.
And the third one, going for the hat trick here, is a nat 20!
So that's 2
crits! Oh! Oh,
Two
God,
crits.
I feel good.
First one's do the first one, because
Alright.
that'll be the easy one. Straight damage.
Alright, so the first
following
one-
2 are crits.
Good,
First
I think
one
we're
is-
finally getting our night for good,
Right.
consistently good rolls.
The first roll is a 7,
Okay.
and then the next two are... Alright, hold on. I gotta do math here. Write this down. So 6, 7, plus 3. Whoop, that's not right. 6 plus 7 plus 3. Yeah.
Okay, well, even
Okay,
that thing, I don't
so
think I ever got the damage that my wire does. Is it the same as the sword, or
32.
I don't think I ever got the actual amount the damage is. And then the card for the dancing sword doesn't actually have a damage amount on it.
I think it's just the straight damage for a longsword in that case. Hold
But
on.
for the
1 second.
yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, I got it right here. Dancing sword. Does not say.
It doesn't. That's what I was saying. And then when we redid the weapon, I don't know if it changed anything. So at that point, I think it's just up to you.
Well, I don't mind if
All
the
right.
damage carries over to the wire. That's fine.
Okay. So just whatever short sword damage, I think.
Let's start with short sword. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought they had that on that. That's why.
No, you're fine. I thought so too in the back of my head, and it turns out, nope. I just read it. Nope.
Yeah, do short sword damage for that. We'll see how that goes.
All right, so
Lauren, you got your math straight?
61 total.
Whoa!
Wow.
Nice.
Let's go!
Yeah.
So
Nice.
basically, Torin, you
Tim,
No!
Oh, we lost him right at the right moment. Ah!
Oh, man.
Oh, son of a bitch.
In the system. There we go. You just light into Borg, and 61 points of damage, and just 3 nuclear shots, just bam, bam, bam. Borg is staggering on his feet. He is not got much left.
Good.
Borg's the mean one, right?
Yeah, he's the main one.
Okay.
That's it for your turn, Torin. Good round.
Go ahead. Swing again, I dare you.
V,
Will.
V, you're up. Gert's on deck.
All right. Is Taruk within 5 feet? Do we get advantage on your attack?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I just had to verify that. All right. I'm going to take out another handful of the ball bearings. All right. So that is a 17, a soft 20, and a nat 20.
Woohoo!
Well, they all hit, and the third one's a crit.
They all hit, so 3 con saves.
Okay.
So that was, once again, ball bearing damage, ball bearing damage
21 on the first con save.
again. Great.
That's 17 on the second. I just did it. Where's this con? Oh yeah, plus 18 on the third.
Yeah.
It's Giants, Cyclops, plus 5 on the con save.
Hey,
So.
might as well.
Yeah.
All it costs to poison is money. It's fine.
Yeah, they're big, strong, and meaty. That's kind of their thing.
Yeah. It is correctly this time. And I was hidden, so
Yeah.
I get sneak attack damage, so that's the crit. The hit. The hit. The sneak attack. And is that everything? Crit, hit. Attack. So much math.
This has nothing to do with dragons. This is just math.
Wait a minute! It's
Math.
math all the time!
This D&D makes you smarter. It teaches you real life skills.
I mean, we did have a discussion
Okay.
about that once.
Whoops.
I know we did.
Alright.
Don't need help writing my resume.
2, 6, 8.
I need Joe to write my resume.
Right?
You will. Crit.
Well, I already told him I'd pay him to read a book and I'd record it.
Okay. 3 hits. It's 6. So it's 37.
Yeah.
There you go. That time I counted right.
How would you like to do this?
V, you gotta flex now. You gotta do it. You gotta flex, V.
Okay.
How do you kill the Cyclops, V?
So, yeah, so I it was kind of a delayed thing. When I saw Metagast go down, right, there's this moment of like, he'll be fine. And then she kind of like got down from the tree, right, kind of stayed beside us. And I'm noticing that he's still a pile of bones. She gets kind of caught my head and just kind of, that's not putting itself back together. I'm gonna look up at the big guy, and I'm just gonna fucking spin around and hurl the 3 bearings at him.
Mm-hmm.
One after the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
And,
I've got something if you don't. So.
I think, so I was thinking about doing something else, but no, I'm just gonna attack you. And call it good. That's
Okay. So basically what happens is, and all 3 of these hit. So what happens is with these ball bearings, you throw the first one, poof, hits him kind of off center of the eye. Second one, poof, dead center. and now he's starting to bleed from the opening. And just as his mouth opens to start yelling and screaming, third one, boom, right through his mouth.
Damn.
As the blood starts to come out, and you just hear this horrible as the Cyclops drops dead.
He's just standing there in the shadow of the tree, very still. Shadow of the tree, just livid.
Yeah. The heck of a round, guys. Anything you want to do, V? After that, you still got your movement.
Yeah. I kind of want to try to find out if the other giant speaks common at all.
You kind of had a busy turn. I don't know if I'm gonna let you do that on this one.
No, just speaking, just yell at him and see if he gets, just see if, well, I guess it'd be getting his attention anyways.
You got your movement.
And a bonus action. Those were, oh no.
And your bonus.
I know, because I did 3, no, yeah, I have a bonus. No, those 2 attacks and then 1 more of those. So no, I just have my movement. No, I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay. Good round. Gert is up, and Taruk, you're on deck. So basically, Gert's gonna go, he's dead, and then kind of shake himself free, and he's gonna take 2 swings. All right, it's gonna go. One's gonna go to Taruk. I don't think that's gonna hit, man. 15.
No, sir.
Yep, that misses. However, this is how I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it at a disadvantage. He does know that he gets with arrows, but he has absolutely no clue where they came from because he doesn't see you. So, all right, here's how I'm going to do this. Make me a dex save at advantage, Britt.
Deck save?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Advantage.
Advantage.
Okay. Join the club. I know. 17.
17. All right. So what happens is Gert, kind of a little bit in frustration from dropping the Great Club, he reaches down and grabs a nearby rock, which is about 3 times the size of Taruk's head, and chucks it blindly into the underbrush. And basically what happens is it lands in the bush right next to you. And you basically, it's one of those where you're like hidden, and then all of a sudden you just see like the shadow of the boulder being thrown, and then you're like, oh, and right next to you, and you're just kind of like, and that's it. That's his 2 attacks on his turn.
Grazing! This is not grazing.
That's it for Gert's turn. Taruk, you're up. Nat, you're on deck.
They want you to wear masks.
If the Cyclops, Gert, is he still shaking? Like he's shook up from.
Roll insight.
All right, let's go. 12.
He looks a. It's kind of tough to tell. You're in the middle of a fight. Reading facial expressions and reading somebody, it's very difficult, even when you've got time to process. You've only got a couple seconds in the middle of a fight to read. It's tough to read.
All right. All right. So Taruk's still very angry and he's just still swelling with anger, and he's gonna scream out in giant, "Surrender or die."
That's an intimidation, my friend.
Should I roll for it, Tim?
Yeah. It's an intimidation roll on your part. I rolled something different. Don't worry about what I rolled.
All right. Let's go. That makes it. 19 plus 4 is 23.
23 does beat an 18.
Hey.
All right. Yeah. With that, you see a little bit of a fall in his resolve, and you see he's starting to kind of look around. He knows that somebody's attacking him from the bushes, and he's starting to kind of do the math, and that he's all by himself. So you do see that there's a concern on his face, and that he is definitely backing off a little bit and trying to weigh his options to how to get out of this. With that roll, are you going to follow up with anything, or is that it?
So you said
he is fairly intimidated,
but he's not giving up, though, right?
Well, he hasn't said anything because
We're still
still technically in combat right now. I'm saying, is there anything that you want to follow up with to kind of like get you there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say to him, your friend is dead. You don't know how many of us are here. I see the look on your face. You have nowhere to go. Again, surrender, or I'm gonna take a chunk out of your leg.
You see, as he kind of looks around a little nervously, you see the eye kind of darting back and forth, and you see as he starts to go and reach for the great club on the ground, and then raises his hand back up.
Good. Right.
He's kind of rubbernecking over at his buddy's body.
He's dead.
He's really dead.
Yeah.
He's very
That's what's going to happen to you if you don't surrender now, and I promise it won't be pretty.
You see as he kind of there's a moment of contemplation, and then he just kind of sits kind of crisscross applesauce, just kind of I never wanted to come out here. And he is non-hostile, and we are out of combat.
All right. Well, I scream for V and Nat to come out of hiding. V, Nat,
right.
come over here now.
And I'm gonna walk out of the shadow of the tree.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna kind of toss it with my ball bearings up and down in my hand. And I'm gonna kind of I want to fling one just to kind of prove that I can at something nearby. Not him as a threat, just something to kind of just very prove that I can. Kind of this is a good idea on your part.
Okay. Just for the flair of it, yeah. I'm not even make you roll for that. That's just You just kind of you still got a little bit of that adrenaline, a little bit of that energy, and you're just you just sidearm.
No, I'm kind of really slow, and I'm staring at him as I kind of fling it into something. And I'm gonna pick up one of Metagas's bones along the way.
Yeah.
Walking up to him and just kind of mess with it.
You picked up his bones, you said? You picked up Metagas?
Picked up one of his bones.
Here's the thing. Like I said, you've got the two, and I'm my anatomy, my high school anatomy is failing me, but the two leg bones are still sticking. Yeah, not the
tibias, I think.
Yeah, thank you. Would the nurse of the group tell me what the smaller leg bones?
What basically the shin bone is?
Not the femur, but right where the shin's at. Those two, the fibula.
You have the femur, and then I think you have the tibias.
Yeah, the tibias. Those are the ones that are, them and the feet are still stuck in the ground. Everything else that was once Metagast has been scattered off to the side in the bushes, and you don't know where it's at.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab one of those bones and just kind of stare at him real hard and be like, I liked him. Does this thing speak any common?
At that, yeah, I speak common.
I really liked him. I'm not gonna stand and stare at him.
Me spinning my morning stars. I did too.
As they're talking, Tim, I'm gonna stand behind both of them. I'm hulking and just flexing, just to add a little flair to them. I'm not talking. I'm just making eye contact with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's very docile at the moment. You don't see any bold moves being made your way.
I'm trying to calm myself down. It's kind of a lot of strange chemicals I'm not used to having in my brain right now.
Yeah.
What were you two out here looking for? Why don't we start with that?
Well, we were sent out here by our master, and we were looking for a female halfling. That's all I know.
Who's your master?
Oh, my master is he's a master. We don't know his name. He's in a black cloak. He hardly ever shows his face.
Torin.
Well, our master told us to come out here and find a halfling and bring her to him.
Who's this halfling?
Oh,
I'm saying this in giant. Sorry, Tim. I'm saying this
in giant. Okay, well, back in giant. He goes, I don't know. I was just told to go fetch, as it were.
Did he tell you? Did he warn you at all about what this halfling could do? Say, watch out.
He said she's dangerous, but how dangerous could a halfling be, really?
How dangerous could a pack of humans be? They just down to friends. So.
You see, as he's really thinking about that, and
oh no.
2 + 2 is not equaling orange.
No, back over here. Get his attention.
Right.
No, back with us. So,
Right.
did you get close to finding this halfling?
No. All we know is she's in this bog somewhere, and she doesn't like to be found.
They didn't give you any way of finding her easier. They just said go wander the bog.
Well, it's not like she has an address. She's out here somewheres, and we was looking for her.
Where have you already looked?
I mean, we started in the southern parts of the bog, and we were slowly making our way north.
Okay, so
there's a lot of things in this bog. There's a lot of dangerous things in this bog. That's why they needed me in bog there.
What is your reward for getting this halfling?
Probably not lying.
I mean, food. I could continue living. That was part of the deal. I remember that in great detail. We could continue living.
Sweet, innocent. What's that
called?
Torin's going to step away and start walking towards the wreckage that is Metagast.
Okay, I'm gonna say, roll me an investigation roll, Torin.
You know, while we're taking our eyes off the giant, I'm gonna kind of, and then the wire is gonna fly out of my bag, and I just wanted to kind of hover near his giant neck. It's kind of like
I'm still staring at him.
Yeah, you just see the eyes just kind of following it as it's.
Yeah, no, it's just hovering like right here, like just.
Okay,
straight.
yeah, it's just kind of focused on it. It's kind of.
8.
Not a threat. Just
8.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Torin's very mad right now. So
yeah. What happens
distracted.
is, as you're kind of going through the underbrush, you trip and fall over Corrallos.
Damn.
Oh god.
The unconscious Corrallos is on the floor. But what you do see around you now that you've tripped over Corrallos is scattered bone bits. You do see what's like half of a rib cage. There are pieces over here. It's not all of it, but there are pieces.
Torn's trying to keep all of his composure because he's already mad. He just tripped over his other unconscious friend. He's just... Please, someone get answers from him while I try to collect, hopefully, Metagast and not what remains of Metagast.
I actually had a question.
Go ahead. I have a question.
I knew this is gonna be so off the wall and crazy, but just for my own, would my cure wound like do anything to help rearticulate a skeleton?
Well,
because I was trying to look it up in the guide, but it doesn't specify if it has to be living or dead.
Here's the thing. You guys have never once attempted to try to heal the skeleton once. So this is new territory. Specifically, Cure Wounds says a creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
Yeah. I was trying to not metagame on that, but yeah, you can't heal undead things.
And you would know that. You know the spell, therefore you know what it can and can't work on. Now, you've brought it up. If anyone is curious, why don't somebody could roll me a medicine check.
I was gonna ask if I could do that. I have one of his bones.
Also, you can continue to try to look for his remains.
I'm gonna do that.
So if anybody wants to, you can roll investigation to try to collect bones.
I will.
That's a 19, Tim.
19. Yeah, you start finding
collecting Metagast.
Yeah, you find the spine. You're finding the shattered pelvis. You even find the head, which has like a hairline kind of fracture at the top of it. You find most of Metagast, and it's kind of, I don't know if you ever seen like forensics TV shows, but you kind of lay everything out where the kind of how it should be. That medicine check. 16. Dealing with undead is tough enough, let alone a cursed undead. And you guys don't really know the specifics of how he was cursed. What you figure, though, is that perhaps in the state that he used to be, if it was a powerful enough healing spell, you wonder if there could be some major regeneration, and that maybe you could heal him to looking however he looked originally.
Okay, can anybody find his skull or any pieces of it?
Yeah, he's got a...
He's got it?
Torn found it, yeah.
Torn's holding Yurik.
Okay, before I try this, because I don't think it's gonna work, but before I even try it, I'm gonna ask if anybody, aside from your cure wounds, does anyone have any other methods of healing that might be stronger?
I mean, we have potions, but I don't.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work.
All right.
Veldin would be the only one.
I'm gonna check out the specifics of the level this would be if I tried to do it. But I have, we're 7th level?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So at 7th level, I can attempt to. So it'll kind of be a toss-up between remove curse and cure cure wounds, and I can see if maybe I can try it. So I'm gonna ask you guys to keep an eye on the giant.
I got it.
Oh, he's not going fucking anywhere.
He's sitting.
Yeah.
Crisscross. He has not moved, and he's
Crisscross applesauce.
yeah. He's kind of.
Torrin's mad at
observing what you're doing.
Torrin's mad at air right now. Like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Okay, gather up as many bones as we can find.
Yeah, Torrin's already kind of rolled and done that. Like I said, you kind of have like a. You ever seen Bones, the TV show? You kind of have like the.
Okay,
yeah, it's kind of like the forensics layout of the skeleton is there.
All right, I'm gonna kind of like lay out the bone. Yeah, do the forensic skeleton thing under like the shade of like a nearby, under a nearby tree or whatever.
Right.
Not like whatever we've got. I'm going to kind of holding his like what's left of his face basically, and I'm going to sit on my knees beside him for a second and just sort of in my head, I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm just gonna. I might be a disappointment or embarrassment or whatever you stand for, but if you help me here, I don't know what I'll do. But it matters a lot. It matters. I'm gonna kind of put the face down. I'm gonna lean down. And I'm gonna kiss it, see if it does anything. I don't know if it will, but I'm gonna kind of lay beside the skeleton and kiss his broken skeleton face.
It's so pitiful. That is remove curse?
Either remove curse or cure wounds. It doesn't specify, it just says the effects of both happen at this level, so it's kind of dealer's choice at that point.
Okay. Interesting. As you kiss the lifeless remains of what was once Sir Mitigast, and as you put your emotion into the words and think about your relationship with this very odd entity, there's a brief moment where nothing happens. And I believe the only person who heard this was Belden and Taruk when the curse rebounded, when you guys found that hammer.
Yeah.
Taruk, you recognize this voice come over the air. You heard it laughter the first time, but this is what the entire party hears as you finish the spell to remove curse. You hear a elderly woman's voice. A desperate need rooted in greed. One line cut so another may be cast. Struck from memory, struck from past. A name lost, a life erased, recalled by none, even defaced. He shall walk nameless, cursed with life. The crumbs leave a trail that may yet show a route to sail. Scattered and sundered ye shall be, but provide even I an escape or reprieve. That when a rightful place is found, then shall eternal sleep be found. and a green light kind of sparks from what would be the chest area of the remains, and you see very slowly as the rib cage starts to close and form. You hear as the bones start to kind of reattach, and it's kind of a weird process of a full-blown skeleton kind of reassembling itself, and the head kind of rotates a little bit and it snaps into place on the spine, and you feel a very strong magical force fighting you. What do you, V, use for your spell casting? Or your...
That's a question. I use charisma, I believe.
Charisma.
Yep.
I want
the
you.
Sacred Priestess build.
I want you to roll me a d20 and add your charisma modifier.
Okay. Where's my dice roll go?
And I'm taking a picture of it.
And you said it wasn't a save; it's just a roll.
No, this is just the magic that you're using to try to bring him back and to remove the curse is battling the magic of the curse that is on him. That's how powerful it is.
So for my I think we were using for my spell save DCs and stuff. We were using my key save, so that would be wisdom. So is it? I guess up to you, wisdom or charisma? Because charisma is, I think, what the build calls for, but you've been using.
I'm gonna say with how. I'm gonna say charisma, just on how you're kind of set this up.
Yeah, I guess that would make a lot more sense.
And what you did, I'm gonna say that, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Come on.
Come on, Metagast.
Yes.
Taruk's just standing there, intense, just rocking back and forth.
Yeah, that's a good call. Because this is challenging. Come
on, V.
Plus 2, so 16.
16.
Yep.
There's, like I said, you feel a very strong magical force battling you now, and you almost feel like you didn't feel it at first, but now you feel a kickback, and you're starting to concentrate a little more, and you're starting to lose, and you're starting to see some of the bones are starting, what was forming is starting to separate a little bit. And in the last moment, you focus even harder.
I'm gonna start singing that song that he recalled. Just kind of trying to do something. Maybe I feel like I'm trying to get him back. You know what I mean? So just something. I'm trying to do something.
Come on, Metagas.
And when you start singing, you feel the whatever held him breaks, and the magic is dispelled with remove curse.
Oh my god!
Is it just bones now? Is he?
There's no for what seems like an eternity. What seems like an eternity, there's a long silence of nothing. And then very abruptly, the skeleton sits up and just looks around.
I'm laying down next to him, and I'm just kind of up on one, I'm up on an elbow because I was next to him. It's oh.
Where am I?
I run over and I pick Metagas.
I'm gonna leap onto him. I'm gonna leap onto him and hug his skeleton body.
V and Metagas, I picked them both up in the air.
I'm like hugging around Taruk.
Benegas, you beautiful son of a bitch. Don't do that again. And I gently put them down.
Is Menegas strong enough to hold me up? I'm light.
Yes, actually.
Yeah, I'm still kind of like holding around his shoulders.
And he's kind of holding you and being held by both of you being held by Taruk being held by Torin. And you the strange thing is that also
He DX-rayed.
V and Taruk notice this immediately. He's not speaking like he would amongst everyone.
Is he
And
talking
he's speaking normally.
like what I would know is normal?
What you and Taruk would know is normal.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And
yeah.
he's like,
Oh yeah.
okay, hugs are nice. Down, please.
I got you. Metagas. What? Hold on. V, let him go for a second. Come here, V. Back up a little. Metagas.
Who's Metagast?
You're, well,
What's your name?
I don't know. Who are you?
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
Wait a minute.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like hugs, but usually I like them from people I know.
Hold on.
Oh, goodness.
Listen. What do you remember?
Nothing.
And
Nothing at all.
I remember there was a lot of smoke. I remember fighting. Remember
Come on.
it's about it.
Smoke. Fighting. Okay. All right.
I'm sorry. I don't know where I am, and I can't tell you. I don't know. I don't know who
I
I
kind
am.
of grabbed at the sides of his skull. He's like, "Oh, sweet man. My name is Berenice.
Pleasure.
It's a pleasure. These are your friends, and you're in a very dangerous place, and unfortunately, if you want to stay safe, we're here to help you."
Yeah, I'm gonna go harvest the Cyclops eye.
I'm gonna kind of lead Metagas like somewhere like over to a tree or something, and just kind of be like, "Why don't you sit here while we take care of some business?"
Okay, that's fair.
Torin, do me a favor.
Mm.
Just actually, you know what, V, you keep an eye on Metagas. Just,
Oh no! You're not pitting this. This is not my job right now, Toruk.
V, please, I'm asking you. I'll do whatever you want. I'll dress the dragon, do the hula. I don't care. I'll be one of your little showgirls.
I just told you to talk to the giant Cyclops.
I got it.
I will watch Metagas, for fuck's sake.
You and I talk to the Cyclops.
Fine, but follow my lead, V. Torin.
What happened? You
I'm
hear
gonna get Metagas.
Corvallis peeks up from a bush.
Corvallis,
I
not
like
right
pat
now.
him.
We don't have time.
Well,
Be
my
quiet and stay right there.
1 second, I have to pee real quick. I'm gonna kiss Metagas skull face as I walk over
Bio
with
break
Toruk.
then. Bio break.
Yeah, bio break.
ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a brief break.
Perfect time.
Thank you all for watching. We'll be back soon.
I know you got me.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry.
And we're back. I'm gonna actually start with you, Britt, since
Okay.
you said that you were going to the Cyclops.
What's left of him?
I'm gonna say for both of them, because he's
Okay.
not gonna put up a fight from looking. Go ahead and roll me an investigation to see what you find on the dead Cyclops and on the live one.
Okie dokies.
Wait, we're looting the live one while he's there?
He's not gonna put up a fight.
Oh, that's mean.
23.
23.
Give us your lunch money.
You're getting looted, bro!
Well, the
No.
dead one.
Hand it over.
Okay, I'm the nicest one out of all of you, I think, so it's probably best for me.
Hey, V, she's the nicest, but she is the most dangerous.
Unless
Oh, yeah.
there's
Nice
an
person you know.
object around, then you're terrible. Like you're a
I'm the
monster.
nicest
with
person you
thin
know.
layers.
Find one person nicer than you. I dare you.
I don't see too much in the way of what you could. Hold on here.
Tim, how many giants do I gotta drop before I get a favorite enemy?
Well, if you're like me, I gotta do
Xbox
so
rules.
much
You need
shit
99
clear.
more.
Oh, copy. Ben, I got this.
And then you
Giants
have to
are
buy
my
the
chandelier.
DLC.
Bring it on.
Right. Britt, what you find is a pair of fur boots that don't fit anybody. They fit a giant. You also do get the eyeball,
Sweet.
and from your I'll tell you what, roll survival. Let's do some ranger stuff.
Okay. I know. I'm flipping back and forth with my glasses because they reflect. And I'm sorry, you said that was a survival?
Survival.
Yes, sir. $22.
22. You know for a fact that you can use Cyclops eyeballs can be used as like for the sake of like traps, and what you can do is set them up as like the lure,
So it's a bait.
kind of like as the bait, and the Cyclops eye can give off a frightening aura of energy that can make things run. So it's really good for use in traps if you want people to go a certain way or that kind of thing.
I dig it.
Not so much anything on him. On the one that's alive, you do notice that there are some very valuable animal hides on him.
Oh.
In particular, on his back, there are plates from a bulette, which is a burrowing, armored monster creature that has very, very strong, durable plating on its outside that he has turned into this makeshift armor that covers his back.
Mama like it.
You do know of one member of your party who is looking for legendary monster bits for his ancient armor. So maybe they would be interested in such a thing.
Jordy, that would make you work for it, babe.
But
If I can't put up a giant sign that says this one.
and you also find 23 pieces of gold.
Oh, ooh,
Wait a minute.
ooh. Well, I wasted $150 worth of poison on you guys, so.
Right. Okay, that's it that you find on the Cyclops. Back to you guys. Are we interrogating? Are we what? What are we doing?
I think our move is to try to persuade him to pal up with us for a while, and we can help him do what his master wants. We won't kill him, and yeah, tie all around.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
So Farouk's gonna Farouk show.
okay, go ahead, Saru.
All right. So I'm gonna walk back up with V,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna look at right in the face, and I'm gonna say, "In giant,
Uh-huh.
are you hungry, my friend?"
Yeah, I'm always hungry.
All right. Now, in giant, I'm gonna say, do you like pie?
Yeah, I like pie.
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah. So, what kind of pie do you like?
Meat pie.
Oh, you like meat pie, huh? All right. Do you have a second? You have a second favorite pie?
Blood pie.
Blood pie. Ooh. And I say
Look it
to
up,
me,
it's a thing.
Yeah, sure.
I
is.
say-
Oh, I believe it.
in common, I turned to V and I said to her in common, I said, V, he likes blood pie. And then I turned back to Giant and I say, what's your third favorite pie?
This ought to be good.
Gooseberry pie.
Oh, gooseberry pie. Well, all right.
You just trying to see how many pies I can pull out of my ass? What are you doing?
No.
Sure,
Well,
there's
just
a
a
pie
little.
plan. There's a
You know,
pie
top 3 is very important.
It
Top three
really
very
is.
important.
I'm sure
I was
there's
gonna
a
go
pie
for top
based
10,
plan.
but top 3 is very important.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, so then I pull out my horn of pie, and I'm gonna say, "All right, here you go, my friend." And I make 3 pies, all his favorite.
Okay.
Aw.
Aw.
I'm gonna let the wire. I'm gonna do this, and the wire leaves his neck, so we can eat. So we can take a pie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of swirling.
Yeah.
He
And I'm
kind of
gonna
looks
hit.
between you and the pies and kind of like, and he just goes into it. And they basically, they're in mere moments are gone.
Yeah. All right. Now that I have your attention and your focus, okay, I want you to listen to my pretty lady friend here. Now, don't say the wrong thing because, honestly, you know, she's a lot scarier than I am, and she doesn't even need the range. Like, you saw me before when I bashed your rib in, saw how angry I got. She's on a whole nother level.
He
So-
kind of looks over at the dead body of his buddy, and you see there's already birds starting to land on it.
Let me give him a little
Right.
smile.
Yeah, she did that. So,
I
good
help.
Tord, shut up.
B's gonna go. He helped.
So all you
So-
see is just
Be a good Cyclops, or my other friend over there, and I point to Nat, she's gonna take your eye while you're alive.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
All right.
Not exactly coming from a place of power here.
Oh, thank God I have advantage. That was a Nat 1. And let's go. Ooh,
Thank
17 plus 4.
Yeah, that'll do it.
There we
Yeah,
go.
he just kind of complies very quietly as he's finishing up the last pie.
All right. Go ahead, V.
I think we got off. Don't you? I'm just gonna sit down next to him.
Yeah. He's very hesitant. Sure.
I think you have a job, and who are we to stop someone from making an honest living? I think you've got some decisions to make now, because we have pie, we have food, just like the people employing you. I think you might find us a little more agreeable. What I mean to say is, I think that you can help us find the exact same people you were looking for, only just for the people who spared your life and will also feed you. Just as well as the people you're working for now, who, let's be honest, really don't seem to care about you that much. Sending you out here all alone in the wilderness where there's scary people about that killed your friends, that's not something good people would send you out to do.
Persuasion. I'd give you advantage, but I don't think you need it.
I mean...
Sent you out here all alone, but I had a friend. Nah, not anymore.
Not anymore, you don't. What kind of people would send you out to this dangerous area full of people that killed your friend?
Right.
Taruk tilts his head and lets that line sink in, and he was like, I'm scared.
You, as the unnamed skeleton leans towards you, Taruk, he's not like, she's kind of scary.
Yeah. Yes, she is, Metagas. Or whoever you are.
Who's Metagas?
Oh no.
We're working on it, buddy.
We're working on it, buddy. 24.
24. Yeah. No, he just kind of. Yeah. I mean, Bog was so mean to me.
He seems
You just have no idea what it's like to be around someone who is just negative all the time.
I don't even know what that would be like at all. We're so friendly when we're not killing friends. We're the friendliest people.
Right. It just
I think we'd do much better for you.
it just blows my mind how people can just be so negative and focus on the bad things in life.
Just like the people you work for, I'm sure. What must they be like?
I mean, they're kind of mean. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't. I mean, how important could a halfling be, really? Like, I don't even like the swamp.
Oh,
All
who
right,
does?
calm down.
What, some
Calm
bugs?
down.
Who does?
It's all right,
bugs. You're so big, I'll bet the bugs are just all over you all the time. That must be terrible. That's a terrible place to be.
I mean, it smells funny.
I
It's coming from me.
I give him another
He
bite.
gives him a little laugh, like, oh.
He kind of. Yeah, he kind of like just not looking at you, Taruk, kind of takes the pie very appreciatively and just. I mean, there's so many creepy things in this bog.
I'll tell you what, and I'm gonna go over to Corrales' bag of holding. I'm assuming we got Corrales, stabilized.
He's good. He's good.
He's good. Okay. I'm gonna go over to Corrales' bag of holding and rummage through for my things.
Yeah.
And like kind of pull out a little box and like a little jar of something, like a little decorative jar of something, and bring it over and be like, you know what, this will help keep the bugs off you and help with the weird fog smell. Here we go. And I'm gonna kind of like spray him down with it. It's just something that smells good, some bath bullshit that smells like flowers.
Nice. Bug balm.
Smells nice.
Should keep bugs off you too for a little while at least. Anyways, my name is V.
Well, my name is Gert.
Nice to meet you, Gert. This is Taruk, Torin, Nat, Corrales, and we're working on it.
Hello.
So,
Sorry about crushing you. I mean, you are a skeleton. It's a little creepy. Sorry.
So now, question.
you only
for
know
you.
that.
You said you've been moving northward. Did you cover
Right.
the entire south of the bog?
Well, most of it, yeah. I mean, if you haven't noticed, it is easy to get lost in this bog.
That is very true. Well, what time of day is it?
Were you guys about midday?
I was gonna say we
We spent not so much with the fight, but we spent a lot of time as far as Metagas and the curse and all that mess and sorting all this out. So you guys are about midday.
Alrighty. Well, I guess the question arises: are we gonna stop for a rest and snack and then move on, or are we just gonna start hitting the road now? I mean, we've got a Cyclops with us now. And I guess, so if he had already covered most of the south and we just came from the north, maybe we should veer off east or west, because we've kind of met in the middle at this point. So can you guys think of any good reason why we should, or where we should go next? I would think if someone could make, I don't know who's, Nat's navigating for us, right?
Mhm.
I mean, maybe with the new information we had, you can kind of see it.
Wait. Hold on. Is our new focus right now looking for this halfling, or are we still looking
I
for the
think the
half?
halfling is the
hag.
I think the halfling is hag.
But if she isn't, we might come across her. I mean, the hag is still priority number one.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, we might run across another something in the swamp. Who knows?
I vote for rest break, taking a rest, and then moving east.
Okay.
All right, guys. You take your rest.
Or regain.
You got your hit dice. You can use those.
Kind of easily. So, I don't really need to rest because I didn't use anything, so the party can rest.
Well, anybody who got hit can
Yeah.
use hit dice.
I didn't get neither have to use anything.
Well,
That does include the artist formerly known as Midagast.
Oh my god, yes.
So yeah, I'm gonna
got
kind of walk over to, and when everybody starts settling in for their rest, I'm gonna walk over to who was Metagast and just sort of tell him I'm genuinely sorry about all of this. Why don't you have a rest? And I promise you have no good reason to trust us, but we'll keep you safe until we wake up.
Well, and he kind of looks at himself. I guess there's no fear of you killing me.
We'll talk about that later. Maybe.
I don't. I don't have a reason to distrust you, so.
I never thought of it that. I never thought of it that way. Sweet dreams.
Metagast is just naked now, right?
And by the way, his eyes just kind of follow you as you walk away. He's just, well, his.
I was about to say the same thing to Rook. I actually have clothing he can wear.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that armor is sunken.
Yeah, that's gone. I still have my chainmail that I can give to him.
All right, yeah, give him that.
Better than just him walking around.
His weapon was still intact, Tim, right? The one that Belden gave him?
Starblade's still intact, yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right, so
yeah, but the
so
armor
I pull.
shuddered.
So for
Shattered.
Tim, I pull out my chain, just my spare chainmail, not the fancy one that Belden gave me.
Chainmail?
Yep, and my tome because during my rest I'm gonna read it.
Okay. How long are you guys resting?
I'm so dumb. Does Metagast sleep now? I just assumed because he's dead.
Here's the tricky part about this.
Right.
He's still a skeleton. But as far as you understand, he's no longer cursed.
So is he resting now? Like the resting thing was because of the curse, not because of the skeleton? Like, does he seem like he's resting? I can insight him, I guess.
Can a skeleton snore?
I was gonna say, like, he's resting in the sense of he's not moving, but he's not, like, he still doesn't need sleep.
Rest well, Metagast. We'll
catch up, buddy.
we'll answer more questions later.
Should I just answer to that name until I figure out who I am?
It's gonna be easier that way.
Until you pick something new, I suppose.
Yeah, if you don't want to be called Metagast, we won't call you Metagast. We just
Or pick a name that you would like.
we know you by that name, so until we are told otherwise, that's what we will call you.
I guess it is. He kind of like props his feet up and kind of sits on kind of like a broken stump and just kind of.
He's not like resting or anything.
Can't really tell.
That's weird. V, I will say though, as he kind of walks away and does his stuff, V kind of looks visibly irritated about something and then just kind of shuts it off and says the rest of you can go ahead and sleep.
All right. So whoever needs it, use your hit dice or potions or giant blueberries, whatever you're using to heal. While you guys are resting, I will say that the only thing that really comes to your attention, nothing as far as like your Cyclops friend is actually the one who's kind of walking around and just kind of perimeter searching just to see. There's absolutely nothing of interest that happens while you guys are resting. You do see a forest copperhead slither through where you guys are kind of resting, and doesn't bother any of you, just kind of slithers. You swear that it looks around, like actually raises its head and looks around, and then just keeps on about its merry way. It's the only thing of import that happens.
Interesting.
Insight on the snake!
Insight the snake, V. Roll.
Don't do it,
stranger
Tim.
things have
Don't do it, Tim. It's a trap.
Hey, you know what? If this is a good roll, like, you did this, not me.
Oh my god, did she just seriously incite the snake?
Yeah,
You told me to.
I did.
I love it.
What's a... It's a 24.
Oh my god, we're
24.
I love it.
It's a 19 plus 6.
Good lord.
V, this is a suspicious looking snake. Your vast knowledge of the outdoors and
Alright, I can't.
you just mean mug this snake the entire way. And it honestly, as it stops and pauses and you see the head kind of turn around, it kind of focuses on you and notices that you're like staring at it, and it just slithers off.
So I would know enough that snakes are poisonous, right?
Yes.
I would just assume all snakes
Yeah.
are poisonous. I could
Yeah.
try to throw a ball bearing at it and see if I can hit it. A thought occurs.
Just out here abusing reptiles.
Okay.
I was literally going to ask you, if I find some poisonous crap, could I maybe offset the cost of making my poison? And it just occurred to me that this weird-looking snake, this suspicious motherfucker.
Snakes are
I'm
venomous,
gonna
not
say
poison.
because it like started to dart off and it is a snake, that's gonna be a disadvantage to attack that thing.
That's fair. What's the AC of a snake, Tim?
Don't know off the top of my head, Olive. Looking it up because I didn't think it could come up.
No, you did not. All right. And away we go. And that's just going to be a simple range. 17.
It does hit.
I'm assuming this is during my watch, so like I'm the only one awake right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Me and the giant. It's like for the Cyclops. Do I kill it?
You didn't give me hit. You didn't give me hit points.
Yeah, that's right. Damage, duh.
Damage.
Oh yeah, damage. That thing I do. That's gonna be 7.
7. You hit it, and you see as the thing recoils and it kind of sticks its tongue out at you and then darts up under a log.
Damn it! I
Gets out of there.
wanted the snake. I'm gonna get that snake.
Well, it's gone now.
I'm gonna get that snake.
That snake?
That snake. Hunter's mark the snake, Nat.
Oh my gosh. We have spent too much time on that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I
we're good.
Snake, though.
We are now ready for the next leg of the journey. So, guys,
it's Cyclops friend.
I'm going to say, Nat. Well, no, whoever didn't roll it last time. Take a D10 and roll.
I roll.
Boy.
All right, so somebody other than Torin, roll a D10. Tell me what you get.
Also, Tim, how long did we rest so I can put it down for my tome?
Long rest. I'll give you an hour. I'll give you 2 hours.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay, perfect. I rolled the D10. I got a 1.
You got a 1?
Didn't we get a 1 last time?
You did.
We
Roll
did.
again.
Okay.
Uno mas.
10.
More
10.
Cyclopses.
Good job.
A 10. Okay.
10.
All right.
And then to an undead Cyclops.
Going to a dead side. No. Okay. Nat, you are leading the way for the party, and it's a couple hours of travel. You don't see a whole lot. V, give me perception check since we're gonna play this. Give me perception.
Damn snake.
This damn snake.
She's a cold-blooded snake.
Or the snake.
Snake.
19.
19. You swear you heard rustling in the underbrush near you guys, but every time you try to like turn around and with a ball bearing, you're like, oh, I'm gonna get you. But it's tough to find. It's
It's like
yeah,
it's like looking for a fly.
right. Yeah, but it's a running gag now. I'm doing it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. But
I get this snake finally. Tell me your snake secret. He's starting to get a little paranoid.
Turns into the Lord Farquaad of the woods. My patience has reached its end.
Oh my.
tell me, where are the others?
All right. But Nat, as you're leading the way, like I said, it takes a couple hours. You avoid a couple of the what you guys remember from your first trip. Some of these, but much smaller, like bog pits. You notice the very blackish, tarish, like mud in some of these, and you remember to avoid some of those. However, what you do come across is a hill, and you see up at the top of the hill is by itself this lone, very large, almost redwoodish tree. And as you get a little closer to it, you notice that there are bodies hanging in the tree. Very, very similar to a hangman's tree.
Oh boy. Okay.
Igor, is this your work by any chance?
No, this is one of the things we tried to avoid, because it looks creepy.
Sure does.
Trees that have bodies in them are not good.
That is the understatement of the day.
Yeah.
As you guys get closer, it's a huge tree. These branches reach off forever. And the weird part is like I said, it's basically at the apex of the top of this hill. It's this lone tree with bodies hanging, and they're just like ropes. It's no cages or anything. It's just hangman's tree, basically.
Is there a city anywhere near here that you saw, dear? I'm gonna ask the Cyclops.
No, not that I know of. I mean, there's sporadic villages around here, but I don't know of a city.
Well, a city, village. How many bodies about are on the tree? Is it like dozens or?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot of bodies for even if this is everyone's favorite attraction. It's still a lot of bodies for one tree.
Tim, I'm gonna assume. I mean, would Taruk know what this tree, like, why the bodies would be hanging from it? Is it like, a sign of like don't trespass, or these are traitors or criminals?
None shall pass.
Roll a survival check.
Survival.
Oh, good.
What are the bodies? What kind of people?
At 20, baby. 24 total.
They appear to be displayed, yes, but you're not sure if it's it doesn't really come off like a abandon hope all ye who enter here type thing. It doesn't really come off like that. There,
Right.
There's no signage. You also notice once again there's no signage that says in case these were like criminals. You are aware that in cases where you find bodies that are hanged, usually there'll be a sign that says, thief, murderer, that kind of thing, that
Right.
lets people know, passersby know that these were criminals. You don't see anything like that marks this. And it's definitely a decoration of sort, but you don't get it as like like scarecrows. It's not meant to be a warning.
So,
What you got, Nat?
Condition. Is there any way that we can like maybe tell condition of the bodies? Like, do they look like they may have been there for a while? Do they look
Are
looking
they
at 'em,
corpses or are they skeletons? Like how long they've
they
been there?
are in different places of decomposition.
Okay.
A couple of them are skeletons. Some of them still got meat on them. Some of them are being pecked at by crows.
Cool.
As you kind of notice, it's definitely
An
some
attraction.
have been here a while. Some have been here a little newer.
It's a continual process.
Yeah.
What do
And,
they actually look like? Like women, children, old men, young men, strong men. Like what do they look like?
Reptilian.
The
You
ones
don't
that still have.
You don't see too many children. Most of them are adults, men and women.
Just normal looking people, or are they wearing like
Different races, humans, elves. You see a couple halflings. You see a couple. There's a decomposing half orc up there. It's different races.
So, this tree, is it like a sacrificial tree? Can I see if there's like any signs of like maybe like it's trying to sacrifice or call somebody or something, Tim?
With what you see, you're not. There's no stone obelisks or anything around this. You don't get that this is a center of worship by any means. As you're walking around the tree, trying to get a better sense of what this is, you step into a puddle that sits on the backside of the tree, and you feel the water splash around you, and immediately you hear to the side, "Be careful."
Uh-oh.
perception check?
They say,
Got
Tim,
it.
did anyone else hear that or just Taruk?
Oh, what is this, Tim?
If you're all near Taruk, you all heard it.
I mean, relatively close.
Can I look to see what it was?
As you look around, you don't see anything immediately, and then your eyes are drawn back to the tree, and you see bright red eyes open in the bark of the tree, and
Good Lord!
and a knot on the side that kind of functions like a disformed nose. And you see as this tree entity looks back at you, "Be careful, that's special water."
Oh,
Be careful, Taruk.
shut up, Torn. Special water?
Oh,
What do you
yeah.
mean special water? First, hold on.
Got magical properties.
All right. First, fucking tree. What? I'm Taruk Bloodfist. What is your name?
Call me. And he kind of takes a minute. Hangman's Tree.
Okay,
Oh, man.
it's true.
We are terribly sorry we bothered you. You should get back to sleep. Let's fucking go.
No,
Oh.
wait a minute.
No, I like visitors. It's been so long since someone's come up here.
And not been hung.
So, you said this puddle I stepped in has magical properties.
Yes.
What
I on occasion can see glimpses of things that were and things that are and some things that haven't happened yet. And that puddle is part of it, if you believe it or not.
I see you're very tired. You've been sleeping a while.
Oh, a long time.
Like, how long?
Well, he kind of looks up. I think there's a half-elf farmer up there somewhere. I think he's the last one that came. I think he was the last gift I got. That was several winters ago.
Who's closest to me? V, Torn?
Well, Torn's about to step right next to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cautiously watching out for the puddle.
V's gonna go behind the Cyclops. V's
Okay,
gonna
so
shuffle over the
Sword.
Cyclops.
The Cyclops' eye is about half the size of his head. He's kind of...
All right, so I'm gonna whisper to Torn. I'm gonna whisper to Torn. Torn, I'm not sure, but putting this together, I think this tree can see the future, see whatever. Maybe give us an answer, but I think if we ask him, we might die. I don't know. He said
Hold
the elf
on.
farmer up there.
Wait 1 second before you keep doing that.
I don't know.
Great Hangman's Tree.
Too much.
Just trying to be formal here, I apologize. My name is Naramos Torin.
Greetings. Nice to meet you.
You said the elven farmer was a gift to you?
Well, yeah. For anyone who wants to see, wants to know, use my abilities, there's a price. And the price is the decorations in my branches here.
Yay.
I like
Basically, if we wanted to know something, we'd have to give you somebody's life.
No one who's living. That's creepy. A dead body'll do.
Oh,
I like having things in my branches.
Do the people they bring you? I assume I'm a good couple feet, like feet away.
Yeah.
That with the people they bring you tend to be criminals.
I don't ask, but usually I end up seeing that when I use my powers. Usually the decorations are of an unsavory sort.
Oh, that's so interesting. That's so interesting.
V. Shh.
Yep. Oh,
There's a rustling of leaves as the wind kind of kicks up, and you hear it's like, ooh. And you actually see as like the branches kind of shake a little bit, and you see is kind of disturbingly some of the bodies sway in the breeze, and you hear the rattling of the skeletons, and you look and the artist formerly known as kind of goes, I'm very uncomfortable right now.
Is he back by me and the Cyclops?
He has made his way back towards you in the Cyclops.
Stay back there.
I'm very uncomfortable. I don't want to go in the tree. I know I just met you people, but I don't want to go in the tree.
I'm not going to give you the tree, Metagast.
I worked there to get you back. You're not going in the tree.
Metagast, stay behind Grit. Okay. So, Hangman's Tree. Can I just call you Hangman for short?
I think that's fair. That's fine.
Okay.
Hangman
Yes.
sounds kind of cool, actually. Hangman.
See, Torn, that's how you talk to people. Not
I
no
was being
sir and
I was being
almighty.
respectful.
Respectful. He obviously didn't like it, and you got a lot to learn. Anyway, I apologize for my Dragonborn friend here. Anyway, so... Anyway, Torn. What?
Tam is frozen. Alright, now you're good. Go.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Good call. So you said this liquid allows you to see in the past, present, and future.
Yes, whatever you want. You only get to ask about one, and you basically get one question. Look at it that way.
All
but
right.
the price is, I want a new decoration. That's
Okay.
my price.
Now, do we have to give you the decoration before, or can we get an IOU?
I've dealt with your kind before. Yes, I need the decoration up front. You see as the red eyes kind of narrow just a little bit looking at you, kind of scrutinizing.
I'd squeeze Metagast's arm harder, his bone.
Yeah, right?
Paid up front, I can respect that.
You say my kind before. Goliaths? Or...
I think he means shysters.
I'm not shyster, Torn. Be quiet. You're not helping the situation.
Does it have to be a body, or can it be a thing? Ask that.
Does it have to be a body, or can it be like anything?
What kind of thing?
Well,
I turn to look at V.
I kind of know where... You see my big friend back here that's bigger than me, the real big guy with the big eye?
Yes.
Well, he had a friend. Would that do?
I don't think I have a decoration that size. Yes, that would do nicely.
All right, now I can get it to you, but seeing as how the decoration is twice the size or 3 times the size of your normal decorations, maybe we could work something out where instead of 1 question, I can ask 2
or 3.
Shut up, Torn. Be greedy.
You see as the eyes kind of dart around amongst you. He says, for a decoration of that size. Three of you. 1 question.
Okay, so we get 3 questions for a decoration that size.
Yes. I think
Right.
that's fair.
Very well. V, send your best friend to go get his friend.
He says nothing, and he just...
I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna like climb on him and go with him. I will point out, I will say, V is not usually this jittery. This is like, she's been pissed. She's been sad. She's been like freaked out. She's never been like terrified yet, and that should say something. She's gonna go with Cyclops.
Yeah, his
Gert.
name is Gert.
Gert.
Yeah.
Gert. I'm gonna kind of like ask him to.
It doesn't take long. Yeah, no, it doesn't take long, and he kind of just, kind of in both hands, grabs his once friend.
I'm gonna tell him, better than rotting in the middle of the forest. Now he gets to be friends with the magical tree for the rest of his afterlife. I think that's win.
This is morbid, you know that, right?
Oh, I hate this with every fiber of my
I look at Taruk. You owe that man like 4 pies.
Listen, be quiet.
I mean,
I think
this is not respectful to the dead. I'm just saying.
Well, neither would leaving him to rot in the middle of an open field. At least now he gets to rot with company. It's more than most.
Great. Think of it this way: he's with
We're not
somebody.
there. We're still
You're not there,
walking.
Taruk. You're at the
Oh,
tree.
damn it.
I'm trying to comfort the Cyclops that you just traumatized, okay?
That's kind of a dick move.
Yeah, it's a little morbid.
Yeah,
but
you owe that man like 4 pies. Maybe even
Even if
5.
he's out in the open field, I think now he can at least have company while he decomposes.
Owing somebody 4 pies is better than owing the madam a debt. That's for sure. So,
It was one time.
Takes a few minutes, and Gert returns with the body of his fallen comrade.
all right, Hangman. Here it is, like I promised you.
Yeah.
Now, Taruk delivered the goods. Now,
Well, you have to put him up there.
where?
God.
Where?
Oh, there's plenty of space. Just find an empty branch.
The branch
All
is
right,
long
Gert.
enough to hold a Cyclops.
Are you insinuating that I'm not strong enough?
No.
No.
You're truly the strongest of all trees, and it was probably to think otherwise.
I love messing with you guys.
Roll
All
away.
right.
All right,
I said I
Gert.
love messing with you guys.
We're trying to keep this from turning into a Whomping Willow.
All
So.
right, Gert, you gotta do this,
Yeah.
big guy. So just picture it as a giant star on a Christmas tree.
I'm gonna make this quick and do not
That's
hard.
morbid, Turk.
Yeah, it's not hard. Gert does find it. It does, and there is a means of getting some rope and tying up his dead once friend and hanging him in the tree. It's a very, very morbid process, but it is accomplished. It takes about 30 minutes to get it all done.
When he comes back, I'm gonna tell him, Gert, I didn't want to kill your friend.
I just
You're a
want
good
you to
guy.
know that you lot are more terrifying than anything I have ever seen in my life. I just want to put that out there.
And Taruk just looks at him and gives him a silly smile.
I think I'm still on his shoulder, and I just kind of pet his giant head.
Yeah. All right. Hangman turns to the group and so decide amongst you who gets a question.
Nope,
Okay.
I mean, don't want anything. Nope, this is all you. This is all
Okay.
you.
So pull
Torin,
the group into a huddle.
yes.
All right, so who gets it?
Well,
Corralo's kind of go, I really don't want it.
we get 3 questions or 1 question for 3 people.
We get
Oh,
3
was it?
questions. So
One
you
person.
get a question, she gets a
Okay.
question, I get a question.
All right.
But he can't just look at, he has to look at like a certain time. He can't just be like, where is this thing now? It's like, show us when. Right? I turn to Hangman. How does the question work? What can we ask?
You can ask anything,
All
and I
right.
will do my best to answer.
All right then. So who's got the burning desire?
Well, I have 1 question in mind. Torin, Nat, since V doesn't want to ask, do you have anything to add? And neither does Corrales. Corrales doesn't have anything. Do you guys want to ask? Because we have 3 of these. So it's really on you 2.
I mean, the skeleton could ask who he is, but could be a dud thing.
I mean, you see, is he kind of? It's an option. I don't know if you have more pressing matters.
Well, if someone's going to ask, they should ask where about to find the hack. I mean,
That's what I was gonna ask.
that's obviously something we should ask. And then
So
the other
then next.
questions are up to you guys.
I was going to ask about the location of the hag.
All right.
Okay, Nat, that's 1. Torin,
Provider.
Could ask where Isla is too, but I mean,
I think right now we should just find the hag because the hag would send us to Island. Or so I think.
yeah, that's what we're assuming. If
That's
I
what
doubt
we're
that this would
hoping.
mitigate us having finding the hag is also about getting the rock shots off Nat's tail or something. So something
Well,
Let me be more clear. Hangman.
Yeah.
So you said we can ask you anything. Now, what can you and can you not do?
I mean,
Can you only
Right.
see things of this world, or can you see others?
I can see many things. I
Do you
can
have
see
any
things of this world, some that aren't. My magic focuses on you, the person who
Rose.
was asking.
So Nat would probably be the best one to ask about the hag, since that's her.
Not about the hag.
Yeah, Nat.
Consider the closer you are to the information, the better an answer you'll have.
All right. Well,
Also,
then
I can't undo like, magics and curses, and I can't kill people, and I can't do stuff like that. I can only.
Not a wish.
No,
Of course.
we
right. Okay,
I'm-
okay.
You
So
just say,
move this
I'm not a
along.
genie. I'm a tree.
I see that.
you're just showing us an image. You're not granting wishes.
Well, so
Uh,
should ask what she wants to. Metagas, if you have anything to ask, the second question is yours. Torin,
I certainly have something to ask, but I don't want to. There's more pressing matters.
Metagas, listen to me. Ask your question if you want to. You have the second question. If you don't want to ask it, don't ask anything. Pass it along.
I will say, I don't think we're going to get much of his employers out of Gert, so maybe asking about that is something Torin might be interested in.
Torin, I will leave the third question to you. If you don't want it, I will take it. Do you have anything at all
I have a
that
lot
you
of
want
things.
to know?
I have a lot of things I can ask Taruk.
Well, guess what? So do I, but we have one shot each. This is listen to me, guys, carefully. This is our one and only shot to figure something out that we've always wanted. Whether it's selfish or not, I don't care. We have one shot. Nat wants to know where the hag is. That's our goal.
Okay.
We're gonna find that out there.
If Torin finds more about who employed this guy, I think that's kind of related to all of us, considering the night eye.
Well,
We're in question
yes,
to
if
get
that's
more
what
information
Torin,
about.
if that's what Torin wants to ask, Torin, you can ask anything. I will give the question to you. So think on it while Nat, you go first, and then Metagas, and then you, Torin. Hangman,
Yes.
we have figured out our questions. These three right here want to ask you what you can do for them. Nat,
Who's
go ahead.
first?
I will go first. Wise Hangman's Tree. There is a hag that inhabits this swamp. Where is she?
She's known as the provider.
No, thank you. Yeah.
And you see as he spits into the puddle on the ground.
Nice.
Spit number.
It was
Okay.
sap.
Ooh.
And you see as he focuses for a minute and he goes, gaze into the pool, and maybe we'll both see something.
Okay.
And basically, as you look down into the puddle, you see is where he basically spat in it. You see the ripples kind of go out to the edges, and then you see your reflection at first, which then changes over, and you see the paths that you guys took, and you actually see yourselves going into the bog. And then you're shown like several different images. The next one was the little drop-off area where you just had the encounter with the Cyclopses. You see these wisps of like clouds that hover over the bog, but they're black, and you see a lot of movement rushing back and forth. It's almost like it's a constant moving cloud that sways over parts of the bog. That gives way, and you see groves of mushrooms, but full 7, 8, 10 feet tall mushrooms. And the image sticks. And it stays there. And you, for the first time during the entire process, you hear the voice of Hangman. And he says, find the whispering mushrooms. Head north. As you find the whispering mushrooms, you're not far. And the images cease, and now you just see your reflection in the puddle.
Thank you, wise Hangman's tree.
Why we
Sorry.
just stop for
Was
direction?
it Nat that we saw that, or did we all see it too?
Nat just saw that. You saw a puddle.
Okay.
I step back and allow for the next person to step forward.
Who's next?
Metagast.
Benegast.
He kind of very hesitant at first, and then steps forward to the.
You got it, buddy.
This has been a weird day. Wise talking tree. Who am I? And there's a silence for a moment. And you do hear the dialogue back and forth, but once again, you guys don't see anything in the puddle. You just see water. And what you do hear is Hangman saying, "You have been this way for a long time. I fear the only answers that you're going to get is if you find this provider. Maybe she can give you more answers than I can. The only thing that I can tell you is that I have seen the magic that has held you. I see who you are now. I pity you when you find out." That's it. He kind of steps back, and he's... Menegas kind of is quiet for a minute. He's... Well, that was helpful. He walks off. Who's last?
I am.
Big Short.
Yeah. Hangman's tree.
Yes.
Who is the being known as S, who controls the Brotherhood of the Night Eye?
You see your reflection kind of give way for a second. The water kind of clouds for a minute and then opens back up. Difficult. You ask one question, but there's more than one answer. You seek a betrayer. You seek the leader of this cult. His identity is hidden even from me. But what I do know is that what you seek and what you will find are two completely different things. think vengeance is going to just lead to more questions. And if what I see comes to pass, you'll never be happy with the answer.
Do I hear this going on, Tim?
You hear what the tree says. You don't see anything. And what you see, Torn, in the puddle is just flashes of images of the scarred individual in the black hood that you saw talking to Sephiroth in that chamber. You see very clearly, you see Dathan Meyer talking to underlings. You see what appears to be dark rituals. You see different images of some type of dark ritual that's being performed. The last thing you see is a red eye that opens up in the puddle and looks directly at you. And as you kind of lean back, and with the last words of Hangman, the eye closes and the puddle goes back to just your reflection.
That was terrifying.
Prophecy is often open-ended.
Ugh. Oh, I thought you went away. I'm so sorry. I was rude.
No, I just said prophecy is often open-ended.
Sorry. Like she's apologizing to him. Like she thought she left. When he closed his eyes, she thought he went away.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hangman.
Thank you for the new decoration. Yeah, looks up. You know, I thought it'd be heavier, but it's really not. And I think it adds a new element. I think it makes me look tougher.
Oh, you are very
Indeed.
well ahead on that front.
Very
I'll let you
intimidating.
know.
Good. That tired me out. I must rest.
Sweet dreams.
If you come back with more decorations and more questions, feel free. I like having your company.
Well,
You see as the eyes kind of close, and what was once a very distinguishable face is no longer really very distinguishable at all. You see a couple knots on the side of the tree and everything, and it's almost unrecognizable from the face you were just speaking to.
Mother Willow vibes.
That was horrifying. Natil, do we have a heading?
Yes, for starters, we're gonna turn around and retreat.
We slowly back away.
That's my idea.
Did Metagas go far, or is he just kind of waiting for us?
About 20 feet off to the sea. He just got away from the group and he's just kind of like, staring off into space at the moment.
Torn walks up like next to Metagas. Not the answers you were looking for either, were they?
Blasted, gibbering firewood.
Well,
Completely unhelpful.
this is Metagas.
Only prophecy gives you nothing but promise you answers.
Experience with it before?
Listen, Metagas.
Hmm.
I know you don't remember, but V and we had told you this once before. We will do everything in our power to help you remember who you are. Because, how do I say this? You're one of your past selves. We're Metagas. And we became friends. We made a promise to help you. And that's what we'll do. We will continue to help you until we figure out who exactly you are. Now, don't dwell on it, but I believe that tree, has... Excuse me.
The perception check.
That tree,
Oh, real.
knows kind of what he's talking about. Damn it.
Bless you.
8.
8?
Yeah.
You
No.
hear a hissing in the background.
Oh god.
So, just for right now, take it for what it's worth. Don't dwell on it. Right now, our focus...
Well, right now it's worth nothing. I just know that I need to go find this provider because maybe she'll give me answers.
Well, for right now, I'm gonna kind of like say quietly before I walk up. For right now, we're the best bet you have. Walk over to the rest of it.
Torn.
Can we get back on the road?
What, true?
Yeah. We're walking and talking. Let's just walk and talk.
Yeah. Okay.
Nat, you want to lead the way?
Gert will pick me up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit on Gert's shoulder while we go.
Like a parrot? Okay,
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what? Just for shizzle, I'm gonna kind of like, I'm just gonna kind of be like, you like music?
I mean, yeah, I like music.
I'm gonna play my part. Just kind of on his shoulder, play it absentmindedly while we walk.
That is quite nice.
That's someone like.
What do you want, Taruk?
Listen to me, Torn. I
D10.
know.
Somebody. Keep do what you're doing. Just somebody roll a D10.
4.
4. Got it.
Force hypothesis.
Torn. No, you didn't get the answers you were looking for either. And I know what he said about vengeance isn't going to solve anything. And I know you're torn with it. You and I are similar in many ways, my friend. At the end of the day, it is your decision alone. He saw what he saw. Just remember what he said. Take it all into consideration. Whatever you choose, I'll be there to back you up. No matter what.
I appreciate it, Taruk.
Like Metagas, I'm telling you, don't dwell on it. We have to focus right now on getting Isla back. Once we get Isla back, then we can worry about other things.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Starting to get to the evening hours. As you guys keep going, you come across a kind of like a gully. It's kind of, there's like a large dip in the terrain, and you're starting to get to where there's really low levels, and you're starting to where it's kind of like the land is starting to be more water based, more, it's tougher to find footing and more swampy. Nat, you recognize this from one of the things that you saw in the puddle, and you see the roving speckled clouds that move across the bog.
Good nature check on the clouds. They look weird.
Yeah, whoever wants to, roll me a nature check.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh crap! Nature is intelligent.
Yeah,
I thought it was
No.
wisdom. How is nature not wisdom?
I got a dirty 20 because I'm
Oh, that's
proficient
that's
in
that's.
nature.
12.
Yeah, I got a dirty 20.
12.
I'm proficient in nature. Yay.
Okay.
Odd.
The barbarian outdid the ranger in nature. That's crazy.
Ooh, wow. Almost like the ranger outdrank the barbarian.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Luke has his revenge.
You guys, it's kind of tough for you. Taruk, you kind of study these a little bit. These clouds are, it's not air and it's not smoke. It's not a smog. It is millions of tiny insects that swarm and basically are just in basically like schools of fish, except there's millions of these tiny bugs, and they are traversing throughout the bog.
Do I know if they're poisonous or anything? Or?
You haven't encountered them on that kind of level, but what you have seen is that these are basically like insect swarms.
Okay. All right. Guys, just be careful. These black clouds here, they're just thousands of tiny little insects. I've never been...
Those are all bugs?
Yes, V, all bugs. Just keep your mouth shut, your eyes open, and you'll be fine.
No, literally, keep your mouth shut. They like to fly in.
Literally.
I'm going to use the undress and just head to toe veil. Just like a mosquito net, like a red veil.
Right. Okay. As you guys are making your way, I'm gonna need everybody in the party. Yeah, Dex, if you would give me. It's gonna be Dex saves because this is tough terrain to be walking through.
Can I, if I'm on Gert, can I like assist him by pointing out stuff he could walk into?
Yeah, I'll give you that, sure.
Nat 20.
Because I'm not walking, so I don't know if I have to roll.
Sure.
I got
Cyclops are very dexterous. Oh, and this one's very dexterous.
Oh no!
5 plus 0.
Oh great! And that was with advantage?
Oh.
Oh my god.
I got 15, Tim.
Okay.
Good
Nat,
lord.
Nat 20.
Hey. 19 for
20
me.
Ability check, but yeah, I got you. Nat?
19.
19, you're good. Okay, V.
I know where this is going.
Uh-oh.
As Gert steps into a sinkhole, he loses his footing and goes, even for the Cyclops, almost knee deep in this sinkhole, and you go arse over tea kettle off of his shoulder.
Oh,
Can I try to catch can I do an acrobatics or something to try to like land on top of him or something?
I'll give it to you. This is going to be I'm gonna make this a dex save for you, yeah.
19.
19, not bad at all. So yeah, what you do is you do like a forward flip falling off of his shoulder, but basically flipping forward and landing safely, but and you're about ankle deep.
Oh, I didn't land on him. I wanted to land on him. Oh,
No,
man.
you're in the mud. Yeah, you're in the mud. You're about ankle deep.
Wait, if it was knee deep on him, it's
You're not in the he stepped in a sinkhole. You landed off to the side.
I'm just gonna kind of look at him just as trying not to be bad. Just, are you okay?
I didn't see this hole right here, but I would say everyone be careful. And he just basically taking both of his hands and pulls his leg out of it is a very deep hole. Like, for him, it was just a trip. One of you guys might have gone like straight down.
Oh god.
Yikes.
Oh, I forgot someone.
Flashbacks much for a certain member of the party?
Okay, he didn't do bad. He's okay. He's okay. Yeah, Minigas is kind of like... He's slow. He's slotching, but he's okay. He's like, oh, this is charming. Like, but yeah, no, it's slow. It is very slow, and you guys are getting into you're starting to get to the nighttime hours, and it's very, very slow pace getting through this part of the bog. I'm going to say it's going to be random. V and Taruk. So I'm going to go easy on Corrales because he ain't here. V and Taruk, if you would. One moment. I'm pulling up the stats for this baby. I'm going to say this is a con save.
Oh, that's good for me.
Actually. Ooh, he fails too.
So, no modifiers, an 18. I'm guessing we'll get to what it's for.
Daruk, con save if you would.
16.
Okay. Gert fails. And Midigas failed. There you succeeded. Taruk, you just barely made it.
Ooh.
As you guys kept walking, one of the swarms of insects engulfed your part of the party. They, Taruk, Gert, and Midigas.
Oh no.
You see V, it is almost like the worst hangover that you have ever had. So it's almost like you have been completely drained for a minute, and then you kind of fight through it.
Are they biting us? Like, is it like a
bees?
poison thing?
Think of it as if thousands of mosquitoes started lighting into you.
Right. Now, is this a poisoned effect, or is this just the biting?
No, it's just the biting. And what it is you feel the same thing, Taruk. It is almost a wave of exhaustion that comes over you. The two of you fight it off, though. Midigas and Gert, however, do not.
Yes, it's a skeleton!
It's not purely a physical effect.
Okay.
The magical one. And you see as Gert takes a point of exhaustion, and he starts walking a whole lot slower.
Great.
I would say to stay away from the bugs. Whew.
Hey, Matt, we have those blueberries. Well, okay. Does it look like we can make it out of this portion of the swamp anytime soon, or are we going to have to rest here?
Yeah, it doesn't look good. You guys can keep going if you want.
Guys, do you think we could feed him a magic blueberry, or we could just take a nap? But is there like any land, or is it just all mud?
This is like, think of this as, it's like an open swamp. There's no like real coverage or sign of a civilization anywhere. You're in the middle of a bog.
We better just keep going. Let's keep trudging until we can at least get out of this area.
Get you guys somewhere to like dry land.
I
Yeah,
suppose. I'm kind of getting.
Basically, what it takes you to roughly around like in 8-9 o'clock range until you guys get out of the bog. But one more time, Torin and Nat.
Yeah.
If you two would please make me Constitution saving throws, if you would.
Okay.
16.
16.
Both
Hey,
just
that cute.
barely make it. Yes, you hit the DC of 16. same feeling attacks the two of you as the bug swarms come over closer to where you guys are at on the side of the party. And it's just like a sapping energy feeling for a moment. You pull through it though. But very very nasty, that feeling. Very like an energy drain.
Gotcha.
You're getting to like the around 10 o'clock range by the time you guys make it to the edge of the bog, and you find with this particular bog, you're still in Black Bog Swamp, but this particular area of the bog you get to the edge of, there's more solid ground, a little more cover from trees and everything. You find a place late in the night that would function as a camp.
A suitable resting place.
Yes.
Oh, thank goodness.
Right.
And by the end of the day, everybody seems very, very, very willing to stop. Even though you saved on the con saves for most of you guys, it takes Gert a full like 10 minutes after you guys have started for him to catch up to you guys. Like, he almost didn't make it.
Oh.
Midagast is also, for a skeleton, he's trudging. But yeah, this is a tough little area of the swamp, guys. And
There's places I ain't even taking that.
yeah, and it's now as you guys start to set up camp and break for the night. Go ahead and set up your watches if you want.
I think since you and I didn't get affected, well, actually, Torin and Nat didn't get affected either, right?
No, but
Not
not
as bad. I don't think I got it as badly, so I can take one of the
I'll go
first
first.
watches. Are you sure? Okay, and then I'll go second.
All right.
Just for pure show of it, I'm going to give Gert a pillow.
He kind of nods to you and takes, thank you, I appreciate it, and literally just throws it off to the side, and he just face plants on top of it. Like,
It's like this big.
yeah.
Poor guy. He's been through a lot.
And basically you
It's
see
been a hard day for that guy.
Midagast with his sword slinked over his shoulder. He just kind of tosses it on the ground. He says, there's a bush over there. That's where I'll be if anyone needs me. And he just kind of trudges over and kind of just drops close to where that bush is.
Well, he's asleep. I want to do one quick thing, just out of morbid curiosity.
Uh-huh.
Kind of want to do sleight of hand. I kind of want to snake one of his like finger bones and see if it'll go back together. Because it did that one time. I don't know if it will. I want to know, like, if he gets pushed apart.
Like his pinky bone or something.
It worked the one time. Why won't it work now? I
Gotta
want
risk
to
it to
know.
get the biscuit,
I'm
baby.
going to say sleight of hand first.
He's a gambling man.
Like the tip of his pinky bone. Nothing.
I got it, just the tip.
Ah.
You said it, not me.
Now we're getting into D&D After Dark, y'all.
This is the after dark portion, right?
All right.
Yep.
So regular old sleight of hand. 18.
18, okay. Now, strength check.
Mm-hmm. It's for me. Strength check.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be a dex, so...
No.
15 plus 2. Oh, that's only in combat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's a flat 16.
Oh, Tim cut out.
I think he's trying to fix it.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Flat 16.
16. You pull, and it takes a minute, and then the pinky bone dislocates.
Does it go back?
No.
Whoops, the daisy. Gonna keep that. Whoops. Alright, good
He's
to know.
exhausted. He did not notice.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh man.
I Hey, whoops. Well, that fucking sucks. Fail-safe stuff, not like it helped much. I assumed if he hadn't taken so hard of a hit earlier, maybe he would have gone back together, but he just got obliterated. But now we know that he doesn't go back. Well, V knows that he doesn't go.
Tim, can I roll to see if I saw the do that?
Yeah, sure. Perception. Roll high.
15?
No.
18.
No.
Oh, he meets it. Though.
Oh, 18.
Thorin meets it.
You do. So out the corner of your eye, you see as V over near Midagas, you see the motion of a quick something put in her pocket, and you didn't see what it was.
V's gonna go to bed.
Not gonna say anything, just gonna be like, interesting.
I want to roll to see if I see him seeing me.
Roll perception.
Perception against your perception.
All right.
Where's that snake?
Roll perception.
Oh God.
And as you're doing that, who's got first watch?
I do.
11.
Okay, 11.
No.
You know, V, you swear that you've been hearing rustling, like a slithering sound
Bud.
through the mud throughout the day.
Deliberate
Like,
slithering.
you are so certain that you've been followed by this snake.
Guys, that snake fucking knew something.
It knew too much.
It knew too much.
The snake
Torin
that
stayed
knew
with
too much.
first watch.
Torin.
Second.
Yep.
And then I'll do third. And V, you want to round it out? Or, I mean, you
I'll
could
round
just...
it out.
Okay.
That's fine.
Torin, you're first. Go ahead and roll me perception, please.
Alrighty.
Wait a minute, so Midigast is sleeping?
He is exhausted. He did not seem to notice you removing his pinky finger.
Yeah, I think he's sleeping. Wow, that's fucking weird. Should've noticed that.
Perception was a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It's a fairly loud for swamp. You're getting a lot of croaking, a lot of sound of the odd insect, and nothing as far as those insect clouds. Nothing has made its way towards the camp. You haven't seen one of those roving insect clouds in a couple hours anyway. So nothing as far as that's concerned. Nothing particularly that catches you. Everything kind of goes by very quietly without issue.
Am I able to study while I'm on my watch?
You can. I'll give you an hour.
Alright. I'll take what I can get. Alrighty.
But that's it. Your watch comes to a close without issue.
I walk over and I just poke my tail real. Nah. Your turn.
You feel the alien prodding of someone poking you.
Okay.
You feel something even scalier poking you. You say it's my tail.
Why are you poking me with your tail?
Because you won't wake
That's
up.
what she said.
Even scalier.
This is definitely getting the after dark.
Hey, everybody's
Down to your
asleep.
butts, kids.
My parents aren't home. You want to make out?
Usually I feel the other part of your body poking me.
That's not me.
Very well.
About face.
Say what?
I'd make
All
a
of a
comment,
sudden,
but it's been a
you
long
hear
day.
Hangman's voice in the back of your head. Too much.
Alright, did you see anything out there?
Nope. I'll tell you what, it's gonna be a loud night. You're gonna hear a lot of bugs, and a lot of frogs, and a lot of just noise.
If He's having a hard time sleeping.
All the noise, the noise, the noise.
Noise.
Well, alright. You get some sleep.
The low hooting of an owl off in the distance.
No bounce on bounce banglers.
I can handle that.
All right, Nat, give me a perception check if you would.
I can, and then I'm gonna try not to die. 21. Hell yeah.
21. Nat.
Yes.
I'm gonna do this because it's funny. You for a fact do see a snake as it got as it got close to the campfire, and you can tell it just kind of like it got close just for warmth's sake, and it kind of made its home under like a hollowed out log, and it stayed there for a minute to stay warm, and then as you kind of studied it, it once again, you swear that the head kind of locked and looked at you for a moment, and then slithered off and slithered under the stump and off into the underbrush.
What do you want? I just watch as the snake slithers off, and I'm just staring at it like.
Yep, that's it. Once again,
Yeah.
You just swear that it looked at you and then slithered off.
I don't know. I just stare at it like, what the hell?
That's it.
Sweet.
Nothing really really happens during your watch. Taruk, while you try to sleep, however, with everything that happened today, the voice, the disembodied voice, was kind of silent for a while, and I guess between the fighting, the dealing with the hangman's tree, there wasn't any. You were kind of preoccupied, and you never really had the disturbing voice pop up. That changes the second that you fall asleep, and it's a constant whispering of your name. And this time, it's more than just your name. There's the repeated message over and over of, you need to get a handle on it. You need to control it. And there's no dream to be had. There's no visions or anything. It's just simply this voice. And as Nat kind of shakes you awake for your turn, the last thing you hear is, you need to learn to control it.
Control what?
You're.
Nah.
It's okay.
Startle.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm
sorry.
It's okay. Something's going on. Like, something must have been going on, like in your dream or wherever you were.
Yeah. That was it. I was dreaming. Is it my watch now?
Yes, it is your turn.
Alright.
Just so you know, that snake came back.
The one that's been stalking me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna
We've been
snatch it.
talking about the snake all throughout the day. Guys, it's not the snake again.
I'm gonna defang it and give it to me as a gift.
Well,
Yeah.
if you defang it, she may not be able to get any of its poison. So.
We'll figure it out. You just go back to sleep. I'm sorry I yelled at you.
It's okay. I'm frankly, I'm used to it by now.
All right. As Nat goes to get some rest, Taruk, if you would please roll me a perception check.
That's going to be a 18.
18. It doesn't take long, and there's a few minutes of silence. once everybody is pretty much fallen asleep, the voice returns. Taruk. Taruk Bloodfist. Stand up.
I just look around for a second. Who's there?
You look around with your perception check for your watch. You don't see anything.
Gotta get a grip. I'm going crazy here.
Taruk Bloodfist. Stand.
No. I'm not hearing this. Not hearing this.
You hear for the first time something that's not disembodied, nothing that's like it's sounding from far, far away. You feel for the first time an audible groan. Mortals. Stand! And this time it's very much louder.
As I hear, I jump right up.
Good. Now, turn to your left. Start walking. How far do you walk?
I just go until I'm told to stop.
You walk for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20, 30. Keep walking. Somewhere near the hour mark, if you keep going, you hear, you come across a clearing. And as you open like a shrubbery bush and you pull the greenery away, you see a clearing where there are stone statues, growth and greenery and ivy that have kind of now decorates this long unkept shrine. This clearing, but there are stone statues. A couple of them are toppled over. One with the head that's missing. You see the head's kind of off to the side of the statue. Seems to be a male, depicted much larger, kind of a strong but definitely heavy set male. And looking at the head, there was a kind of a beard that kind of ran down, almost like a wizard type beard that kind of comes all the way down to like the chest area, and you're kind of looking at it and it just kind of doesn't quite hit. You see, and the only statue that remains untouched is one that is got some slight patina to it, a little bit of greenery and growth to it, but it is still intact. It's of a female. And this statue actually sits at the foot of this like stone dais where waters from a nearby stream pass under it and then pass through and connect back to the stream into this creek that runs for as far as you can see in the dark.
I'm gonna walk up to that statue of the woman, the female statue.
Give me a perception check.
That's 17.
17. the depiction of this woman, you see it, it's all carved in stone. It's long hair. There's a slight, like a diadem type crown on top. Quiver of arrows and a bow strapped to her back. And there's a strong countenance to the face. Unrecognizable, but a strong countenance. And then you hear the voice again. Finally. You mortals don't listen.
Hello?
Hello. And you hear as the voice comes from behind you. As you turn around, the light that comes from it blinds. It is brighter than anything that you have come across.
Can you turn that off? Seriously.
Oh.
Like, my eyeballs, they hurt.
Sorry. I trust this is less overwhelming. And you see, as the light dies, you see a fairly similar countenance to the stone statue. To the side, you see this long, auburn-colored hair that reaches down, almost all the way down to her lower back, with a quiver and bow strapped to her back. Fine leathers embroidered in gold filigree on the sides of it. And she said, and this woman is now standing in front of you. Human female.
There's the Taruk we know and love.
There's a smile and a bit of an eye roll.
Deference? What's that?
Well, hello. My name is, Taruk Bloodfist.
I know who you are. I was asked to intercede on your behalf. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I was asked to intercede on your behalf.
You were... what? Sorry, I'm distracted by your beauty. I've never really come across anybody as
A god?
Oh, well, I mean, some people, consider me a god. Like, there was salmon one time, and, which, that's a story for a different time, but, no, I'm sorry. You were saying?
Devout followers of certain deities sometimes ask for favors. Someone was very, very concerned about you. So much so that they haven't stopped praying to me about you for the past... I don't know. Time is such a tricky thing with you mortals. Years. When's the last time you saw your father?
Who?
Hey, I take it you haven't seen him in a long time. Well, let me give you the short version. Your father has always been a devout follower of mine. He's a faithful servant. He asks and he asks and he asks for help, specifically on keeping his children safe. You need help with your little problem, yes?
My problem?
Yeah, this. And there's a snap of her fingers, and there's no transformation, there's no pain. You are a werewolf now. It is almost immediate transformation. Yes, that. And before you can answer, there's another snap of the fingers, and you're back to being Taruk.
Okay. So you can like snap your fingers and turn me into anything, or is that just like a one-time parlor trick that you just did?
Next time you run into a deity, don't tell them that their power is parlor tricks.
Right, got you. Sorry. Let's start over.
You don't know who I am, do you?
I have no idea.
My name is Abnoba. I am a forest goddess.
Yes.
Your father has been a devout follower of mine for a long time.
Yes. I think I remember my father mentioning your name once or twice. I mean, you know, he would always mention it after I did something wrong, but, you know, I finally get to put a pretty face to the name.
Let's get to the point, shall we?
I mean,
you need
yeah.
help. You need help controlling your issue. Your curse.
Yes. Yes. Just don't snap your fingers, please. Please don't. All right, hold on, because this is a lot for me to process right now. You basically are the answer to my father's prayers.
Yes, that seems to confuse you.
Well, because the last time I saw my father, he had banished me from our tribe. Right after myself and Nira were nearly killed by the very beast that you turned me into.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I am shocked. I am a little dumbfounded.
Well, it may shock you to know that even in banishment, a father cares for his children. So much so that not a day has gone by that he hasn't prayed to me to help you and your sister.
Yeah, well.
And now I'm taking a little more of a direct approach.
I can see that.
So here's what's going to happen. You need to control what can't be controlled. Every time a full moon comes, you lose control. It's time that you dealt with that. The only way to do that is to constantly expose yourself to the moonlight.
Now, hold on. Hold on.
I mean moonlight of a full moon. I'm not talking about any moon in the entire cycle.
I get that. But the last time when the moonlight was exposed, I nearly killed my friends.
Right, and they're kind of important, so, don't do that.
Well, obviously I don't want to do that, but you're here telling me I need to expose myself.
Listen, I don't have time to Listen, I don't have time to explain to you the importance of the cosmos and everything that's going to happen. And just.
Listen, I got time.
This is why I hate these visits. This is why I hate these visits.
Hey,
That's what happened to Taruk of all people.
you know, you came over here, you've been whispering in my ear sweet nothings.
It's
saying
because
my
you
name.
don't listen.
Well, I mean, you know, maybe if you would have hopped up the first time instead of whispering in my ear, Taruk, Taruk, Taruk. You know,
Could it be
and
that my
driving me
universe
insane.
doesn't revolve around one prayer?
I mean, hey, you answered that one prayer, and now we're here. And
Now you can't speak. Now I know this is hard for you, but you're going to have to listen. I'm going to leave here. After that, I'm going to give you something that'll help you with your problem. After that, it's up to you to master your anger, your rage, and all of that. I do hope this will be the last time I have to come and see you. And for the love of everything good in this world, try to be less you.
Oh my god.
With that, the entity vanishes.
Oh, I love her. She is my favorite. She's such a mood.
You,
New favorite NPC.
the god of forests and rivers.
The god of shutting Taruk up.
You can speak now. The entity has basically dispersed before you. The only thing that you see is on the left hand of the statue of the likeness of the entity that just spoke to you. There is a ring.
I look around and I slowly reach for the ring. Cautiously, still looking around, staring at the statue's pretty detailed face. I grab the ring, slowly off of it,
It slips off, no issue.
and I stare at it. Is there any like significant details in it, Tim? Or
It is basically a silver band with certain markings on the side of it that are basically they're unintelligible to you,
Okay.
unless you speak Celestial. Okay, unintelligible to you, and there is a faint glow of like blue light. Faint, not nothing overpowering. There's a faint blue light that comes off of the markings depending on how the light hits it.
So I take it, look at it, and then I slip it on my right ring.
It grows in size to fit your finger.
Hey, oh, look at that. I take it off and I put it on my pinky.
Shrinks to fit your finger.
Oh, and I take it off and put it on my oh man.
Same trick.
Yeah, the
This
camp
is
is being unguarded while you're here, you know.
Oh, everybody else is dead by now.
I knew I would die to Taruk. It's only a matter of time.
And I left Taruk on his own. No.
Oh,
But yeah, no. It basically, as it changes size to fit your finger.
so I real quick, I say to myself, I said, this changes sizes. I want next time, and I just put it right,
Experiments for later.
right on my
God.
ring finger. I put it right on my ring finger. I look at the statue, and I gently touch the side of the statue's cheek, and I say, "Till next time, my sweet." And I begin walking to camp.
There's a whisper behind you. Not if I have anything to say about it.
And I push her. All right, and I just get a chill, and I scurry off.
I think that's what we'll leave.
That's perfect. Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Dice Hard with a Vengeance. We appreciate you guys' support. As always, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Tap the little bell on your YouTube app so you never miss an upload. And also, check out our merchandise at prowrestlingtees.com/LostBoyKirby. Thank you guys for